The fuck, man? I'm gonna turn this shit down again. I don't know why it's like that. And it's only on this goddamn bullshit app. I hate Melon. Melon can suck a dick.
No, it's not true because it was
your
like that.
hatred is so misplaced.
It wasn't
It was like that. Yes, it was. It was like that when we did our Discord calls when we were running XP.
Yeah,
like
always
your other mics. We always hear all your mouth.
There's no lies are told.
And I never hear it on Zoom. Not one time. Can you hear it?
You don't hear it now.
No, that's because
we hear it.
Yeah, Zoom probably backgrounds it out.
Do you hear anything now?
You have to breathe.
My snare. I'm breathing.
No,
I have to breathe to live.
We don't hear it now.
See, because when I come in here, it has my volume at like 120.
Your volume?
Yeah.
Getting the opioids over there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Delvin's feeling good.
I put it way to
We're live.
52. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Well, here we go.
Mouth noises and all.
Mouth noises.
Yeah, that works.
It's like mouth noises, the new foot stuff. Oh, man. Are we going to cut to the intro or we're just going to keep it rolling?
What the fuck? I just noticed that this shit the mouth noises.
Welcome, Internet, to the Pleasant Video Games Podcast. It's your boy, Dad Ninja Dev, joined as always by Donnie, Eat the Hype Reese, and Delvin Mouth Noises Cox. Yes, that is the new intro for you all the time.
What that mouth do?
Noises. Both of you motherfuckers.
What that mouth do? Oh. Gentlemen, I'm back. It's been too long. I've missed you guys.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
How was the trip?
Yeah. The trip was good. You know, we just hung out and ate food. I can't tell you what food it was. We just, there was food had. There was times I watched an ungodly amount of sports. Like,
that's a good thing.
Solid.
It was just so much damn sports all the time.
Chase is here. John's here. Kyle's here. They're watching the
Dodgers. Everybody's here.
Shit's going down.
Go Doyers. Go Doyers.
Oh, God. That's not going to get us canceled.
I mean, it shouldn't. That's exactly what we say in LA is go Doyers. They have shirts and jerseys that say Doyers, Doyers. Like it's part of the culture. Okay, that's how we get down. Oh my God, here. JV is here. Wow. Hey. So yeah, I had a trip. It was fun. I'm back now. It was nice and relaxing. Take me back. Yeah, take me back.
Very nice.
Yeah. There you go.
How's you guys' week been?
Dude, I'm tired.
I am too. Very tired.
I flipped my server infrastructure Thursday night. And I've been putting out fires and fixing everything since then.
Yeah, you'll have that.
I encountered 15 things that weren't online, and I got 14 of them done as of today. So,
okay, that's nice.
Yeah, been pretty good. Feeling good now, but it's just been long weekend, long nights, long stuff. We were at it Thursday night until like 1 a.m, and then another session Friday. But round in the corner, so I'm good, but tired.
Yeah, I believe it.
You guys saw the Halloween decorations I put out?
I did.
That's how I spent most of my weekend.
Yeah, that's what I figured. More? Like it's spooky season. What I mean by just stuck in all of the Halloween things. Like that's what I expect. I'm surprised you don't have decorations in your office.
I don't know how many more years I've got left in me into doing this. It's just work. It is like work. And every year I feel like my trick-or-treater count goes lower. I'm just like, man, who the hell am I doing this for? Plus, my daughter does lights, right? And I'm like, when she leaves, I don't know what I'm going to do. She told me the
do
other
it for the
day,
love
she
of
was
the game.
like, I'll keep coming home. She was like, I'll come home every Halloween to do it with you, Dad. Which made me feel
Aw.
good.
Aw.
Right? And I was like, aw.
Yeah,
She was like, you just gotta buy me Starbucks and I'll come home and do the lights.
that's what's
Wow.
up.
That is
And then
adorable. That's
my
you
wife
awesome.
gotta
was like,
pass the torch on the Jack and make him do some stuff too.
dude, my wife was like, I'll
Yeah.
do it. And it's like, you don't know how to fucking do the lights right. You
Wow.
can't do it. And
Wow.
Jack is useless. You can't, like, you have to give him
Jesus
very
Christ.
He's all
he
thumbs.
is, man. He's aloof. Everybody knows that aloof person that, like, you can't task him to do anything and expect it to be done well. That's Jack. You know, Jack's the type of kid I'd be like, hey, go bring me a hammer. Comes back with a ratchet. I'm like, oh my, you know, like, you specifically have to tell him exactly what you want done, preferably with pictures. You know, like, I need you to go here, grab this item, and bring it back. You know, so
I mean, if you give him the promise of like NBA 2K currency or some Jordans, will he get it done right? Does he need just like that motivation to pay
you
attention?
still have to
No.
come back behind him and
Oh.
multiple times. Jack takes
Mainly
multiple.
Mainly boys just don't listen. You can tell them shit and they will hear every single word and do nothing you said. It gets worse as they get older.
It's funny you say that because we got to a period there one time where it was so bad for like 4 months. We made him like repeat everything back to us because we were like, does he have like a hearing issue? Like, can he hear? You know, but it's not the hearing.
They can hear.
Yeah, it's the retaining. It's the retaining part.
Yes.
You know, so we would give him a command and we go, no, what did we just say? They can read it back to us.
Wow.
So yeah, I
It's
can't.
like, and Donnie can relate to this. It's a TikTok video of the mom telling the son, "Don't touch the bottom of the pot."
Yes.
And he keeps grabbing for the bottom.
Don't
That's
touch the
exactly
bottom.
what it is.
Don't touch the bottom. That's exactly right, man. So, you know, it's he helps. He's very helpful. He wants to help, but it's not effective. So my daughter has the skill. And you guys know me. I have I'm uppity when it comes about my Halloween stuff. Like, I don't want to just do it. I want it to look good. I want it to be done well. You know. We've stopped Melissa. Yeah. Melissa can no longer spread webbing or netting or anything. Anything that requires like a, you know, an artistic touch. Like, nope. Vote it off the island.
Wow. It's just not.
Nope.
So you've basically just kind of painted yourself into a corner where it's you and your daughter and that's it.
Yeah, that's us. We just do it all day. Usually takes us about 2 days to put everything out. It looks great now. I mean, I love it. I do enjoy looking at it, but man, it is a lot of work. And it feels like
it's at least break it down.
Here's the thing. It's the same amount of work that it's been for years, but it just feels longer now than it used to. Like now, every year I feel like it feels longer than it did the year before. So
that's called getting old.
Yeah. I think that's more or less what it's all about.
Can Melissa and Jack, are they like part of the breakdown crew? Can they take it down at least?
Yeah, they're very good at that.
Okay. So you put it up, they knock it down.
Jack is very good at he can drag it. You know, like he can take it back, he can drag it, he can back it up. You know, but can't give him the tombstones and shit. He'll break them in half. You know, like it's stuff costs money.
That's what sons do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry,
Mine is
you'll
reverse.
find out soon enough.
Mine is the reverse. Like my daughter, she can't remember a thing to save her life. Where my son, like, he's way more on task. It's just the exact opposite.
Wow. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. You'll see.
I don't think it will. I don't see it changing.
Yeah,
that's just who my son is.
Yeah, I think it's just a personality. Like, we all know people like that. They're just people like that. And Jack's just aloof. He's very artistic. He's got a lot of great qualities, you know. But when it comes to following instructions, man, he's just a little aloof. So between work and then all of that, man, I am just smoked kind of. I'm just kind of tired.
Understood. What about you, Delvin? How's your week been? Do anything cool?
Oh, Yeah, everything cool. Just busy as shit, man. And even now, as they're recording the Halloween specials, the Delvin Cox Experience, they're fucking that up. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm just getting messages like, "Hey, we need your Zoom password. Shit's over here blowing up." I'm like, all right.
Los, get it together. My God.
I'm like, hey, I told them, like, hey, I'm going to be on a podcast right now, so I'm not going to be there. Y'all got this under control? Yeah, we got it under control. Of course they don't have it under control.
Yeah, they're like, there's nothing is under control.
Yeah, nothing's under control. But that's fine. That's typical for that. I'm just tired, man. It's been a long-ass week. Long-ass week of working, dealing with people's stupid shit. Not even, like, important shit. Just stupid, dumb shit happening. But I got to say, what has kept me happy, this goddamn Steam Deck. I love this motherfucking device.
He's a PC gamer now.
No,
yes,
he's
I am
not.
a PC
Yeah,
gamer.
he's getting rid of the
No.
consoles.
You're just a mobile gamer. You are not a
found-
PC gamer.
He's found
I
the
have
PC
a
holy
portable
land.
PC. Yes. I have
No.
just been buying Steam Deck games. And some of them not even Steam Deck games. It's like, hey, you could play
But we
this.
know some of them
It
aren't
may
Steam.
work.
Most of them aren't Steam Deck games.
Jesus.
Like, it may work. It may not work. Do you want to take the chance, Delvin?
Yeah,
And I
it's
say,
like the
yes,
roulette
I do.
wheel. Just spin it. Let's see what happens.
Let's see how this motherfucker plays. I've tried to play the
Good
Witcher,
God.
the first Witcher game on Steam Deck. Boy, that shit sucks.
I thought Witcher was one of the games that was pretty good for Steam Deck.
No, it's not.
No?
The first one, I tried it. It's like, it's not
Oh,
good.
the first
It's no
Witcher.
bueno. Like,
You went
No,
back
I'm
to
sorry, I
Witcher
thought
1?
Witcher 3. Yeah, why would you do that?
yes, because
Why?
I originally bought when I first got Steam years ago, when I was 2014.
No, we understand that you own it, but why would you try to play
Yeah.
it? That's the point.
Because I said, maybe I can actually finish this game now on Steam.
No,
No, I can't.
no,
Not even close. not even close.
Yeah, I think Witcher 3 runs pretty good on Steam Deck.
I heard that
Yeah.
one does really good.
Yeah, but
Just
the first
start
Witcher.
with part 3. There's no, you don't need to go back to 1 or 2.
Yeah, don't try
Go
Fable.
watch the YouTube video.
I tried
Just
Fable on
do
Steam
that.
Deck. Fable's no bueno on Steam Deck. Don't try Fable. Fable's
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, I won't try Fable. I tried what is it called? Poppy's Playland or some shit like that.
What?
It's the,
This is one of your anime girl
Poppy's-
games. Poppy's Playland.
Poppy's Playland?
that's what
What?
it's called. It's the horror game. You guys never heard of this game? With Fuzzy Wuzzy? Let me see if I
No.
can find the name. I might be saying the name wrong. I think I'm saying it right.
I don't think you are. I hope
Kyle
you're
says
not.
Poppy Playtime.
Yes,
Poppy?
Poppy's Playtime. There you go. That is the
not-
name of it. Correct. It is a horror
Sounds
game
awful.
that is like, it's basically, I guess, Outlast. It's like one of those type of games where you play as a character. You're inside this little toy factory, and you have this giant creature chasing after you throughout of it. It's like 45 minutes long.
All right.
It's like a big deal. It says it doesn't work on Steam Deck, but it actually works pretty decent on Steam Deck. It's pretty
Okay.
fun. 45 minutes
Yeah.
long. Good, fun horror game to play.
This man
I
bought a
enjoyed it.
Steam Deck, and he's like, I'm playing Poppy Playtime.
Yeah.
But that's
this
not all I'm
is-
playing.
Okay.
I am playing all the games. I am playing Detroit. I have played God of War.
Solid.
I bought so much shit. I bought.
So you're
I bought
replaying
Grand
all the
Theft Auto.
games.
Oh yeah, I am all in. I bought.
How's
GTA
Detroit on
5
Steam
and
Deck?
Oh, it's fantastic. It is
Nice.
great.
I love that game.
What is fantastic
really
mean,
good.
Delvin? Because I don't know how to gauge whether you know if
The
something
Delvin
is good or
scale?
not. Like the Delvin scale is a
The
Delvin
little,
scale
it's
is-
very skewed.
Is trash, like it, great, fantastic.
Yes, it is.
It's a
like it.
4-tier pyramid.
Yes, it is clearly on the liking side. I'm like, oh, this looks like I want it to look. It played good. I had no problems playing it. No issues. I only played a little bit to, I guess, Kara's story. So that's not too much. That's what, an hour?
I have no
But
idea.
I enjoyed
Never
my
played
time with it. Oh, you need to play that. It's a great game.
it. No, I don't.
I also
Detroit's
played.
I'll
really
watch
good.
the video.
Well, I tried.
Detroit's really good.
I attempted to play Grand Theft Auto 5 because it
Yeah,
was for like $20.
I played GTA 5 on Steam Deck.
Boy, did I have a time trying to get into that shit.
Really?
Because I haven't played
I had no problems
GTA
playing
5
GTA 5 on Steam Deck. It ran really well,
because
actually.
you have to like sign up for a Rockstar account and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and all that.
That's
And
no
I haven't
different than
played
any
GTA
other
5.
console.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't played GTA 5 since like before that shit was a thing. I guess that was the PS3 version?
Yeah, I followed a little guide on YouTube on how to set up some settings. And yeah, GTA 5 played well on Steam Deck. For a mobile, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I never got to experience it because it wasn't even because of the Steam Deck. It was just filling out all that dumbass shit on the Steam Deck. Like, hey, you got to make an account. Hey, you can't use that name. Like,
And then they do pop
this.
up like the keyboards, and then you got to like figure out how to like type and all that.
Yes,
I told
that
you.
sucks.
I told you of this. You were warned. I told you.
How do you not already have a
Didn't-
Rockstar account?
I
though?
believe
like, it
if
should have just been logging in and be done.
If we check the tape, I'm 100% certain I was like, Delvin's
I can
out
answer
when
that.
they say mouse and keyboard. They're like, you gotta hook up.
I do have a Rockstar account, but it's under my PSN. And
Yeah.
when I tried to sign into it, it wouldn't let me sign in under my PSN. It
You
said
have
create a
to
Rockstar
connect
account.
your Steam account to your PSN account and then sign in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck that, son.
Y'all,
It's
you're
like,
gonna that's
so
get ready for PC gaming.
That's a regular process, bro.
You're gonna do that for a lot of
Yeah.
games. It's not just that game, a lot of
I
games.
did that for another game. I can't remember what game I did it for. And it was a lot easier to do it there. But I was like,
Sean's here.
after I signed into the Rockstar
Hey, Sean.
service and stuff like that, like, hey, you know you can use your PlayStation account with this? Like, hey, fuck off. I done did all this shit now. I'm using the account I put in here now. Fuck this shit. I'm not putting all this stuff back in here. Never a fuck again. I don't care
Wow.
what progress I had on the PS3, 4 version. No, that shit will not be coming this time. You are not coming along for this ride.
It's a good idea to
But
synchronize your
yeah.
accounts frequently.
Yeah.
Often.
Just make it easier
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yep.
Since
Ubisoft,
you're a PC gamer now.
EA, Rockstar,
Well, that was very condescending. Offended by
Yes.
that.
PC gamer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to get
Ninja
Chris
dick.
Hansen video number 2. Oh.
I have bought so many games for Steam. It's great. Everything's cheap.
I bought
I'm
Delvin
buying
some games.
Yes, Donnie bought me some games. That was fantastic. Let me tell you how this worked out. This was great. Donnie's like, hey, I got some gift for you, buddy. I'm like, oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate this. So, put in the first code. Walking Dead Season 1. I'm like, my man, my dude Donnie came through.
Yep, I got you.
Put in the second code. Walking Dead Season 2. Like, yes.
Mhm.
My dude looked out.
Keep going.
Put in the third code. Leisure Suit Larry.
Got him.
I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no.
Had to bury it in there real
no.
quick. Bury it in there.
I'm like, it can't be worse. So I put in the next code, Leisure Suit Larry too. I'm like, oh,
Got him.
Now you have a dilemma on your hands because you're like, if I put in another code,
There's more codes.
how bad is it gonna be? Can it be even worse? Am I gonna get put on a watch list? The more codes I add in, but at the same time, it's like they're free games, so you want to put the code in. And it doesn't tell you what game it is till you put the code in and you activate it. That is the beauty and the horror in it.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I think those were the only two ones that were like, oh, okay, we're good. But yeah, I'm excited. I got so much stuff to play. I think I have like 30 games now. This thing is great. I love it. Then I saw they have the dock. I immediately bought the dock for it. That's coming in like a couple weeks.
What are you going to hook
I
it
am
up to?
all in on this. The TV.
Oh my god.
Why not?
That's
That's
no.
that's how it is.
No.
Works.
It's
That's what it
supposed
says.
to hook it
I
up
don't
to a monitor, not a television.
Fuck that
You
son.
don't want that thing
Fuck
trying to
that son.
output in 4K.
It's
You're
gonna
going to be moving at
explode.
2 frames. It's going to be 4K,
Fuck that
2
son.
frames per second.
This is going to be fun. I
Oh
want to see
my
how this
God.
works. This is great.
Should have never
I love
gave this Negro money.
That is facts. That is facts. Because I am going to exploit this as much as I can. Hey, Does it work? I don't know, but we are gonna fucking find out. Let's go, baby. PC gaming.
Good
Love
God.
it.
Delvin's new
First
Twitter
of all-
account doesn't work on Steam Deck.
Right.
Yeah.
He just keeps grabbing random games he keeps buying. He's like, nope, this one doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my new thing. Like they say, it's a big old sign says, "Doesn't work on Steam Deck." Like, does it? Let's find out. Let's see how we can push this.
Oh man.
Oh, it doesn't
I
work.
can't believe you're
Okay.
going to put that on TV.
Yeah. He doesn't
gonna
know
be
any
great.
better, you know. That's the beauty of Delvin. He doesn't know any better.
Ignorance
Yeah.
is bliss.
Basically.
Yeah, and I am-
He lives in
and
the
I am
blue pill,
ignorant.
blue pill world. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, just give me the blue pills, all the blue pills. Isn't the blue pill Viagra?
I
I
wou't
don't know.
know.
I'm
Something
talking
to
about the
think about.
Matrix.
Oh, same thing.
Mhm.
Viagra, the Matrix.
Oh,
What
okay.
difference does it make?
I don't know that they don't. Anyways,
Yeah.
Donnie, what
Close
are you
enough.
playing?
What are you playing?
Yeah.
I ain't playing shit.
What are you
Again?
playing?
I was away on vacation.
Nothing.
I just got back. I didn't play anything while I was gone.
All right.
You fake gamer.
Yeah.
You're supposed to play. You gotta,
Basically.
You got to switch, man.
I didn't take that with me. I left it here for the kids.
Nice. Father of the year. Well, I played a bunch of stuff. I can't even recount all the things I was playing until the games that I got the other day. So let me go look at my library. I played a little Orpheus. I played Dragon Ball Z. Played some of that. Some Kakarot, and was just messing around with games, kind of just cycling through some stuff. And then I got a really cool email from 2K Games. They're like, "Hey, do you want to play Tiger Woods?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." So thank you to 2K Sports for sending me PGA Tour 2K23. And I started playing that. I probably played, I don't know, 8 or 9 tournaments now. I haven't played any of like the casual modes. Right now, I've just been focusing on single player. I did play some competitive, some online play, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I don't think I have nearly as enough data or time in to like review it. But I can tell you that my biggest fear was that it was going to be a lot of the same. And I think that fear is warranted. It kind of is, like at a base level, but it's all been kind of dolled up. And that is nice. I think the swing animations are better. I think the golfer animations in general are better. I think the courses look better visually. It does look a little better. But the UI, the menus, the organization for all the different modes and the systems and the changes that they've made to progression and collectibles and all of that is way better.
Nice.
If you follow like some really deep into it, like professional PGA 2K stuff, a lot of people are upset with like the pay to win model. They don't give you a lot of virtual currency for your time, which does kind of encourage people to buy stuff. They also have, and this is kind of, I mean, it's on like the fringe of what I would consider kind of shady. I don't really think it's that big of a deal because it's a fucking video game. Get over it. But
Right.
they do have like golf balls that expire that you can buy, and some of those golf balls have like some skills that aren't like found in real world. So for example, the one that people on Twitter are kind of upset over is there's a ball that has like a friction power. So if you're playing on like really fast greens, you can like slow them down if you buy this ball. So there is kind of that, and it does give you like a competitive edge, I guess. And I haven't got into like making a league. I don't think I even will because I'm playing on PC, and I don't think anybody's going to play a league or play with me on PC. But in years past, when we created leagues and clubs and stuff, you could limit what people could bring and what people could play with. So I would imagine that that's still an option. I don't know that to be true, but I would imagine that's still an option. So I don't necessarily wonder why so many people are angry about it. You could just not play with those folks or whatever. But even if it was, it's not that big of a deal. You still got to hit the putts. It's not like a free to win thing. The biggest change, the most significant change for me is the inclusion of the 3-click swing, which is golf mainstay, Hot Shots, Mario Golf. We've had 3-click golf for 40 years. And this is the first time that they've had it, and I love it. It's fantastic. It's completely different than anything that I've played before. It's not anything like. So when I fake 3-click golf swing, you are probably envisioning a little meter at the bottom that you click to start, click to power, click to accuracy. Yeah, it's not that at all. So
Yes.
it's a circle.
Oh.
It's a golf ball that sits on the side. And what you do is you press and hold the power button, and then the power draws big, and you've got like zones that you can release it in. And if you go too far, it'll make your accuracy and your timing meters smaller. So you press and hold to set the power starts to build. When you let go of the button to then to set your power, then a little bar begins to rotate around the ball quickly, and you have to click it at the top of it, and you have to click it at the bottom of it. So you click like accuracy and then timing. So it's press and hold, let go, click. And the thing that I love, it sounds like a lot, but when you see it in motion, it's not. Like, just go look at it. It's really not. But the thing that I love about it is, and I'm sure if you get really, really good, this may not be the case, but you know, for me, it makes every swing feel a little bit different. Like, I don't always hit the ball the same way in the same spot every time. Like, there's enough. It's basically, it turns the golf swing into a game of mishits. That's golf. Like, golf is just a series of mishits. Even at the super professional, I'm the best golfer in the world, if you were to actually sit there and walk with Tiger, he would tell you every swing something was a little off. He hit a little bit behind it. He hit a little thin. He hit a little chunked. He put a little too much draw on it. He put a little, like, golf is a series of mishits. It's just all about who can like mishit it, you know, the least. And it makes it feel that way. It just adds a little, you know, you're not constantly perfect all the time. Now, last night I made it to the tour and I was playing and I was in a zone. Everything I looked at, I dropped. I shot a 59 and I was like, I got to kick this up to the pro difficulty. This is too easy. But I didn't. I slept on it and I woke up today and I played another tournament. And the next tournament I won by one shot because I couldn't make a goddamn putt to save my life. I was just gracing I was just on the edge of the cup on every putt through the entire round. And the thing that I've really loved about the golf club and the reason that I've, you know, been reviewing the game for the past couple of years and have been, you know, emailing and talking to them. And the reason I've liked the game for a long time is I don't think there's ever been a developer that has got the roll of the golf ball better than PGA 2K, than the golf club. Like, the ball rolling, like on the ground, the way the ball rolls, they're the best developer at that. They get putting so well. And it's not just putting. There's so much about the game. Like, you could play it if you just wanted to play it like Tiger Woods and you could be okay. But if you want to play it well, like course to course, different green speeds and stuff, you have to understand how golf works. You have to understand what it means to hit the ball into a slope and how that affects the ball from rolling, how it can stop the ball, how it can speed up the ball, like how to land it in the right place to get the ball to finish as close to the hole as you want it to. And like, they get that part of it, like the physics of just the physics, the inertia of the ball having momentum on a putt, what it's like to roll out. They get it. There are putts in the game that, you know, if it's a downhill putt swinging, like, I am scared to miss because I know it's going 20 feet by and ain't shit I can do about it. Like, it's just I just put it in the wrong spot, right? That is not the place to be putting from. This game has got that, and this, you know, the last game got that well, but I think it's better already. So between that and all the menus and everything, the other major change, in addition to the 3-click swing, and, you know, 3-click for life, I'll always be doing the 3-click forever. But in addition to that, in the last game, progression was largely based off of gear. So you get better clubs, it would kind of affect your stats. A lot of clubs would give you something and take something away and that sort of thing. This game got rid of that system. Clubs are cosmetic. You can get all different kinds of clubs. You can swap them out and everything. Your skills, you have like an RPG tree, like a skill tree where you start to fill out and upgrade everything. And then in addition to the skill tree, which you earn by, you know, finishing a certain amount of tournaments and certain thing, you keep giving points, you keep adding to it. And there's a lot there. I think each row, I should have counted. I think each row across left to right maybe has 5-7 categories, and each skill point in those you have to upgrade 3 times to go to the next one. And there's probably 6 or 7 up and down of that. So there's a lot there and take a long time to unlock that skill tree. So there's some nice progression there. But also as you win tournaments and win rivalries and stuff like that, you earn what they're calling fittings. And these are like little minor stat buffs that you can apply to your equipment. So like you may get like a little fitting for your putter, or a fitting for your driver, or a fitting for your irons, and you can add those. And that's where you can really tweak, because a lot of those will give you something and they'll take away something. So it's like, here's a power fitting, you get more power, but you lose accuracy, you lose control. Here's a putting fitting, but you lose chipping and things like that. So you can apply those fittings, and all of these different things that I'm talking about, like the fittings, they do require you to have a very small amount, but some sort of virtual currency. And so that's where I think a lot of people are, maybe rightfully upset. I'm not upset with the slowness of it, because I don't feel like it's really holding me back. I shot 59. Like, it's not like I can't compete because I don't have enough virtual currency. Like, that's not an issue. I just can't outfit my golfer immediately the way that I want to without the virtual.
Let me ask you this then, because I want to ask you specifically, we're on that topic. What is the customization like in the game in terms of like the outfits and stuff like that? Are we talking like, are you buying like name brand outfits? Are you buying
outfits and apparel are fantastic. I've got some Air Force Ones right now.
You have Air Force Ones?
I've got a Puma hat. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Don't do Air Force Ones with a Puma hat.
I haven't unlocked better hats yet. I'm working on it. I told you.
You don't wear a hat. Don't wear a hat. You don't do Puma and Nike. That's just
I think you'll understand this. I don't like the hairstyles, so I gotta wear a hat. Also, you want to talk about one thing? I don't like the eyes. People's eyes in this game look fucking weird. So like, I had to put
Uncanny Valley.
I had to put on some shades. Like inside, I was like, I need some. I have big old aviators. Like we gotta cover that up. I can't be looking at this the whole game. But yeah, no, tons of apparel. Now, character creator, not as robust. I had 10, 15 different hairstyles. You can do all the things you can't. There's no there's not like a size option that I know. Like I usually typically make my golfer like kind of fat, because I'm kind of fat, and I like a good fat golfer. And I'm not, like, that's cool. So, but I can't. I didn't see that option. I couldn't make myself, chubby. That wasn't there. I'm just like
disappointing.
A very fit dude.
Yeah,
wanting to run around the golf course. But apparel stuff to your heart's content. As you play the tournament, you earn sponsors, and as you earn sponsors, you keep playing for that sponsor. You'll unlock levels for that sponsor, and as you unlock levels for that sponsor, you will unlock gear from that sponsor. So if you play your way up to get a Nike contract, and you keep playing on the Nike contract, you'll keep getting Nike stuff that you don't have to buy. They'll just keep adding it to your locker. You can go change whenever you want. There's Tiger Woods stuff. All the golf stuff is there. Titleist, TaylorMade, for brand awareness, Callaway, that stuff's there, and then some. They've got other stuff like Barstool Sports has a clothing line, and all kinds of other like social media things, tie-ins that they're doing as well. I don't care less about that stuff. I waited and I saved up. I got a hoodie, I got some khakis, Air Force Ones, and a hat, and some aviators, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't necessarily need to change it a whole lot from here. I'm pretty good here. But yeah, on that front, it's pretty good. Last night, the game appeared to be getting hit really hard in terms of traffic. You do always have an online connection to this game. I'm not sure if it's DRM focused or if it's like some sort of anti-cheat. But last night, when it was under load, it was incredibly hard to play, because I would finish a hole and then wait like 2 minutes before the next hole would load, because it's doing this online check, and you can see the little icon like trying to check. And at one point I got disconnected, and it'll just boot you out. It'll save your game, but it'll boot you out, and it'll tell you like, hey, if you don't connect, you can't earn any progress. Like, you won't earn any points or any currency. Like, you always have to be connected to do that, which makes me think it's like an anti-cheating thing.
Let me cheat if I'm offline. If I'm playing by myself, who the hell cares if I'm cheating?
Apparently 2K, because they want those microtransactions. I think that's
some trash.
Yeah, so
let me cheat in my own little bubble here. Damn it,
that might bother some folks to hear about that. Also, we had some questions in the Discord, so I can go. Anybody that's not on our Discord, I want to know. You can't play the career mode as one of the professionally licensed golfers. You can just play as your my player. So you can't play the career
That's
as Tiger.
disappointing.
You got to just go play. You can go play as Tiger. You can just go play around a golf with Tiger, but you can't play the career as Tiger. Is it? I don't find it disappointing at all. But yeah, I mean, I think it was Yarden asked me or TPR. Like, that didn't bother me, but it does bother some other folks.
That's interesting, but because I would imagine like every other sports game, you pick a team and you play through a franchise or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Tiger Woods,
you'd be able to do that.
Tiger Woods golf, you would pick a character and you could play, or you could play as yourself. In this game, you can just play as yourself. Now you could create your own Tiger Woods. But yeah, and the career mode, you know, I only play it because it's just a means of like playing something. The career mode is not all that interesting. You know, you play a tournament and like, okay, there's a couple things about the career. I didn't expect to talk about this game this much.
Really?
This would be a long show. This
is a surprise. I figured you were going to go in on golf because it's golf.
This is one of the times I want to actually hear about this game. So yeah, I was into it.
Okay. One of the cool things about the golf game that I will give it credit, it's like both, it's like a good and a bad. They don't have a lot of characters licensed, right?
Okay.
So one of the bad is that like the leaderboard tournament to tournament, it's like the same leaderboard. You're gonna see like the same 12 names over and over again. So it's not all that exciting. But one of the cool things, like the byproduct of that, is that in their tournaments, the women are competing with the men. So you'd be playing a tournament and it's like, here's Lexi Thompson and she's like in second place right now. I was like, that's cool. Kind of.
That's cool.
That's cool. You know, like I'm all for that. She would never be able to compete like on the men's tour, but you know, it's not very realistic, but it's cool. So I thought that was neat.
Equality, baby.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that it's not equality, but you know, like, no, like if we've seen some of the best women in the world play with the men, and no, that's not how golf works.
Well, it's forced equality. Like,
it is forced equality. I don't hate it. I like it.
So
I think it's cool to see it.
Have to play.
One of my complaints from last year, or not last year, 2 years ago, I think at this point, one of my complaints from the last game was that the golfers didn't appear to be like motion tracked or video captured correctly. Like all the swings and everything looked the same. I can tell you that that's not the case for every golfer, because I have played with a couple, like just in the exhibition mode, and their swings are there. Like John Rahm has a short swing. I was like, okay, that's cool. They fixed it. Except when I'm playing the campaign, the single player, they have like these cut scenes that they'll show you like every couple holes where they'll be like, you know, Ricky Fowler's making a charge. Here he comes. And I've noticed in all of those cut scenes that like they don't, like 95% of those cut scenes are other players chipping and putting. Like I've played 10 tournaments and 90% of those cut scenes are not the other golfers swinging. And like the few times that I have seen another golfer swing, it's always at like this weird angle that you can't really tell the swing, which makes me think that they're like, it's just kind of like smoke and mirrors. Like I saw Bubba Watson, who has a very distinct swing, and like he was sideways, and like when he swung back, you couldn't see his hands and stuff. And I was like, they're hiding this shit. Like it's almost like mad respect for being that good. But at the same time, I'm like, I see through this. I know what y'all are doing. Y'all don't have track swings for him. So it's nice to see them try to alleviate that or make it look a little more believable. But at the same time, like I've seen so many people putt and chip that now I'm just skipping over it. I'm like, dude, I don't, you know, they keep cutting away to somebody putting, and I'm like, this is so boring, you know? So I don't know. I'm having fun with the campaign. It is, there's a little more meat on this bone than there was last time. So you'll have a little bit more to chew on if you want to keep playing through that. But if you don't, you can play multiplayer. You can play all the other golf modes. I'm excited to try Top Golf at some point when I get bored of the single player. But yeah, man. So I'm digging that. I've only been able to play for, I think, since Monday. So I'm not super deep into it. I'll have more to say next week, maybe. But so far, so good. You know, this game is kind of mixed. A lot of people either appear to be really liking all the changes and happy, or a lot of people are really upset with those microtransactions, which part of me wants to feel like I think that just comes with the association of 2K. Like when you see the 2K on the box, like gamers are just going to feel that way.
Yep.
At some point, you got to just know that's how they do things. And that's how I'm looking at it with NBA 2K. That's how I look at it with WWE 2K. You know that, hey, there's an extra cost that you have an option to get into or you don't. And I usually don't. Like unless I
so
get
different than
collector's
Madden
edition,
and most games.
Yeah. You don't have to do it. If you don't want to do it, just buy the collector's edition. They give you a bunch of money. So it's kind of like you don't really have to kind of get what you want and don't think about it.
And it's not just support. I mean, most games have some sort of post-launch monetization, plan.
Yeah.
It's up to you to support it or not. Like I'm not buying stuff. I actually don't think I can yet. I think I tried hitting the menu and like nothing on Steam launch, but I wasn't going to buy it anyway. I just wanted to see it. But I wasn't going to buy anything anyway. I don't think I ever would. I'm just happy to I'm happy to play. I'm like, I'll grind out. All you're threatening me is more golf. I'm happy to sit here and just keep playing. Like that's cool. I'm fine with me. I'd rather do that than spend money and play less. So
yeah.
And then the other game that I did play a little bit last night, I got into a couple hours, is about No More Heroes 3 on PC, where it's fucking amazing. And I had so much smile. I had just so much smile, ear to ear smile last night playing No More Heroes 3. I hate my Switch. That's what happened. Like I turned it on, and I played it, and I was like, dude, I hate Switch. Switch sucks, man. Like it's so much better, 1,000 times better, which makes me mad a little bit. If I can get on a soapbox here, PC Gamer, one of my favorite websites to read. Honestly, it's them and Gamatsu and Eurogamer. Like those are my favorite places to read about video games. And I've loved PC Gamer for a decade. Even when I wasn't really into PC Gamer, I still read PC Gamer because I always thought the PC Gamer would like go in depth with their articles and stuff. Like that was the place where you go to find like real details, game settings and all that stuff. Like these are the people that like, hey, we tried it. Here's what you need to know. They wrote an article today about this game stating that people were mad because it's a ported version of the Switch version and not a next-gen version like the PS5 version. And then in the article, the person said, we haven't tried it yet, but we found this game to be very disappointing. And I'm like, what the hell?
What? And so try it yet? What?
The only reason I know this is because I follow, I'm No More Heroes Reddit, so I kind of keep up with the franchise. And I saw somebody talking about it, and I jumped in there. So here's the thing: when you start No More Heroes on PC, it has like a little config tool. It's like, hey, do you want to play the game or do you want to set up the game? It's like a little any config. And when you set up the game, that's where you can go like, hey, I want to play this in 4K and I want to turn the brightness up and that's where you can do all the settings. I did all that shit. I set it all to max. Mm-hmm. Game looks amazing. I was posting screens like it looks incredible, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a port of the Switch version." Like they really think it's just like the Switch version. I'm like running it at 4K, 100 frames.
Do the research.
And they let me down. I'm not gonna lie to you, they let me down a little. I was like, "Oh, come on, guys, you're better than this." I would expect that from some others, but not from PC Gamer. Like you're PC Gamer. Go do the settings. Go get the game and do the settings. I was a little let down, but that's neither here nor there because the game is just, dude, it's fucking dope. It looks so good. It looks so good. Speaking of, go ahead.
Can it run on the Steam Deck?
No idea. I'm sure it can. Yeah, I'm sure it can. You probably have to play at 720.
Okay. It ran on the Switch, so of course it can. It's the ported version of the Switch, so of course it can run on the Steam Deck.
The other part of that is somebody was like, all the versions are ports of the Switch version. Like it was just the Switch version.
Wow.
Look,
Jesus.
But yeah, I'm sure you can run it on
Steam Deck. I'm not the smartest man, but that doesn't sound like.
Just adjust the settings. I wasn't. But here's some little game tech talk with you, man. I've learned with my new monitor, my TV setup, that I really wish all games would include frame caps. Because if they don't, then I got to change the damn settings manually to override on my TV. I can't even change it. Like my TV doesn't have like a turn 120 off thing. I got to go to the NVIDIA control panel and turn it off. So thank heavens, No More Heroes 3, frame cap at 60. You can run it unlocked, frame cap at 60. Every time I'm given an option, I'm like, beautiful. Just cap it at 60. I'm good to go. Tiger Woods, no frame cap. So, which is cool because I played it and I can play it at 4K 120 hertz, right? But when it's trying to load in everything, it'll go from 120 to 103 to 115 to 97 back to 120, and you can definitely see it like hitching at times, especially when it's loaded, like when the ball is traveling in air. And then I always fast forward it because I'm impatient. So I'm always speeding it up, and it's trying to load in all the assets going on as it's flying.
Yeah.
It can get a little choppy. And the only way that
and G-Sync should take care of that.
I have it turned on. The only thing that I can do, and it did work, is I went into NVIDIA control panel. I set it to 4K 60 and I replayed it. Smooth as butter. Perfect. But I was like, but I got to do that every time now. Like now I have to actually put it in the mode before I want to play. And then when I get done, put it back in 120 so I can use it as a desktop.
That sucks. Yeah. Because it should have V-Sync or VRR, G-Sync, something like that to actually, when it has those frames, it should keep it smooth. But it could also just be improper frame timing as well. It's just making it hitch and stutter. Come on.
Any frame caps. Frame caps in the games. Come on, people. We need to support PC. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Delvin? Support PC. Support PC gamers.
We've become the PC video
platform.
games podcast.
Steam gamers matter.
Yes. Steam Deck.
Why just Steam? What about Epic Games?
No, they don't matter as much.
See.
Like,
now you're being PC asshole race. Like That's what you're being. You're being the PC assholes.
That's most of us. I'm being like all of us. Yeah, that's most people in PC. We all agree. Nobody gives a shit about Epic.
I just bought a game on Epic. PC Building Simulator 2, baby. Let's go.
And the thing that you do on PC is that you take your Epic games and you add them to your Steam library so you can launch them.
Yeah, I don't do that.
There you go.
I don't do that at all.
Yep.
There's no need to do that. They run just fine over on the Epic Gaming Store. It's great.
But nobody wants to turn that on.
It's never off. It stays on.
Oh.
I don't even look at the launchers. I just double click the icon for the game. I don't care what fucking launcher it's in.
Delvin, hold off on No More Heroes 3 for a while. It's verified, borked up on Steam Deck.
No. Let him find out, please. Let Delvin do the research.
Will it run it?
Yeah, come on. This is your new gamer tag. Will it run on Steam Deck?
Back on my soapbox. In that same article for PC Gamer, they took shots at the game. They were like, it's on sale right now for $44. They're like, I can't believe they're asking that much for the game. It just launched. It was $60 on Switch, and the people are, throwing stones at it for being $40 on
cost too much.
I told you that's $40 too expensive. $4.
Apparently, the terrible PC Gamer article agrees with you.
Yeah, they're correct. It should be $4. That's about what No More Heroes is worth. $4.
Wow, that's offensive.
And that's for all of the love Delvin has for Japan and anime and samurai, you'd think he'd love No More Heroes. Yeah, you think he'd love No More Heroes.
You don't love No More Heroes, Delvin?
I'm talking about you.
You said Delvin, so
I'm
just gonna
sorry.
go with it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna blame it all on Delvin. That's what we do here.
Do it, Brandon. Yeah, you think you'd love No More Heroes, but no.
I don't love the weird Japan shit. That stuff I don't enjoy.
That's the cool
I like
part.
samurai, but that's not to me. I don't enjoy the fucking weird shit.
Shut the fuck up, samurai.
That's not my alley. The shit you guys enjoy. The shit you guys like.
Tentacle women, stuff like that.
Yeah, tentacle women, No More Heroes. That shit. I'm not here for that. Not here for that at all. No, thank you. I'm just here for fucking loner ninjas, loner samurai, cutting people's heads off. That's what I want to do.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I've got all these games that I'm going to play. I'm going to play these, but I am probably about to stop and take a detour and just play No More Heroes 3 again, because I played it for 40 minutes last night and I was like, this is fucking excellent. This is so good. It's so much better than the Switch version. It's like, this is the version that I wanted the Switch version to be. And of course, I know it's better than the Switch version, right? Like, of course, I'm not shocked
everything
that it's
better than the Switch version.
But it's how much better. Because here's the thing: if you look at Bayonetta on Switch looks pretty dope. Way better than No More Heroes on Switch. like way better than No More Heroes 3 on Switch. And here's the thing: No More Heroes 1 and 2 are excellent on Switch. They are excellent ports of those games on Switch. It's just No More Heroes 3.
This one in, like, let's just get it out there.
It was unreal.
Let's get it out there with a D grade. Let's just pass it.
Yeah. The PC game is gorgeous.
There you
Oh,
go.
the PC. What a lovely place.
We're gonna
I
love
know.
it, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look
Who
at
would
us.
have thought?
Look at us.
Look at this. This is great.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
It's been a long road. But we're finally here. You
Made
know,
it.
we made some
Yeah.
detours with the Google Stadia show. We had some
final
game
form.
tech. Yeah, but the final
Yeah.
form, here it is. We're now a bunch of PC gamers talking about PC gaming.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
It'd be our
I
new
love it.
niche. Be our new thing.
Yeah, that's what we do now. Play some PC video games and the Nintendo Shack.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
basically what PSVG is now.
I need a new Switch fast.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, you don't.
I don't want to.
You don't need a Switch. What's the point?
But I want to
Why?
play Mario Rabbids.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find a way to do it. Without the Switch, you'll find a way. The Switch is garbage. Moving along, Donnie. Let's get into the news.
This one's for you.
Get back in your boxes, all of you! Don't make me come back there!
She is hot.
That's me every time my wife yells. Speaking of fucking hot, Need for Speed Unbound was officially unveiled last week after the podcast went off air. Quote, Need for Speed Unbound's realistic looking world and cars help ground the visuals, describes White, who works for the game on the game's art style. Taking inspiration from the street art and other media, we creatively subvert the characters and visual effects, turning them into expressionistic illustrations of you and your actions. It's literally graffiti coming to life. Speaking of the ground effects and anime motion visuals and striking comic things that come off the cars and stuff when you jump and race and drift and you see smoke and stuff that comes off it. A lot's been said about these effects in this game. The game takes place in Lake Shore, which is a fictionalized version of Chicago known as Lake Shore City. The new toolkit of energetic visuals and sound effects, including burst nitrous, blast processing, a new boost element for dizzying speed, as well as unique wraps and cutout items for vehicles, plus a contemporary hip-hop soundtrack featuring the likes of A$AP Rocky and Og. Og is like, isn't it his label? Or is Og a person?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it
Okay.
before in my life.
I think it's a label. Isn't there like a lot of rappers that rap under Og, or is Og a person?
I'm trying to see what AUG is.
I'll say, Delvin, this is your alley because I have no fucking clue.
Spell it.
AWG.
AWGE.
Yep. While you look that up,
Mhm.
Need for Speed's Twitter account said, yes, you can turn the effects off. In fact, you can choose to never put them on in the first place, just like any other part of a car. The game releases December 2nd on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC.
Yeah,
And the article that I shared
label.
had the best headline that said, yes, you can turn off the effects in Need for Speed if you're boring. Because this game looks fucking awesome. I think
Yes,
this
it
game
does.
looks great. I'm very excited. I've been
I'm
excited
so
for Need for Speed
excited.
since the PS4 launch. I really like that one with the police cars and stuff.
I haven't been excited for Need for Speed since Need for Speed Underground. Like,
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, sure.
that was when I was
Yeah.
excited. I really, really enjoyed Underground. This gave me that underground feel, but it also
Yeah.
had a lot of persons of color, which also just
Yeah.
made me very happy.
Has
Yeah,
a lot of
no,
like that
yeah.
kind of that city grunge, grime, type
Mhm.
thing, for sure. Honestly, the thing that I like about it most is that it's a car game that's not trying to out Forza. We've seen so
Yeah.
many car games from the Crew and other Need for Speed things. They're like, we can do this too, and it's like, yeah, but you can't. Like, you're not. It's not as good. And I like this. They're just completely like, no, this is whole separate fucking thing over here, and that has me excited.
Yes, Need for Speed. Need for Speed is making a comeback to actually be Need for Speed. Like, just be your own
Yeah.
damn thing. So I'm
And-
excited for it. I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
EA Play, right? That's the other beauty of it, is I don't have to buy this one. I can just play EA Play. So
I'm gonna
Looks
buy it
great.
day one. This is a day one purchase for me.
I am too.
nice.
I am
Nice.
too.
Cool. Moving on. Meta is buying more game studios. They've purchased Camouflage, whose former PSVR exclusive Iron Man VR is coming to Quest.
Great
they also made Republic. A lot of people know about that game.
Also a great game.
Yeah, Iron Man comes November 3rd to Quest. They bought Twisted Pixel, who made Splosion Man. That's what most console gamers know them for. But on Quest, they've done Defector Path of the Warrior. A lot of people like the Path of the Warrior game. I played that game on Quest. It's pretty good.
I haven't tried that one.
Yeah, it's not bad. They also bought Armature Studio, who made Resident Evil 4 VR, which is excellent. But a lot of gamers may know them. These are the folks that did. They worked on Where the Heart Leads, Vanquish, and the Bayonetta remasters. They made Recore, Batman Blackgate, and the Metal Gear Solid Vita collection.
Vanquish is a fantastic game.
It
is really good. Vanquish is really good. It's just that could have been a G.I. Joe game. That's how good that game is.
I think the folks that founded Armature are former Metroid folks, Metroid Prime folks.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think that's where they come from. So Facebook bought all three of them. And then in their same announcement, tying in like, hey, we bought all these studios, we got all these games coming. They've announced the Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming to Quest VR. You'll be able to basically put on your headset and treat it like a TV screen, and you can stream your Game Pass games. Microsoft is also partnering with Meta to bring Teams, Windows, Office, and again, Xbox Cloud Gaming to Quest VR headsets. This is the biggest Microsoft and Meta partnership since Facebook and the Windows Phone a decade ago. So before I read the next bullet points, what do you guys think about Windows? Windows coming to Quest could be a big deal. And then what do you guys think about, Game Pass, them buying the studios and stuff?
I think it's cool. It makes sense, I guess.
No outrage for the consolidation of games?
Nah, I'm too tired to be outraged.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about any of this.
I do think that they need to do something because charging $1,500 for a goddamn headset.
We haven't got there yet. Spoilers. What do you think about Xbox Cloud Gaming coming to Quest?
That is cool. I like that idea. Makes sense.
Are you gonna put your Quest on and play Game Pass?
No. I have an Xbox. I'll just play it on my Xbox. I'm not putting it on my
Yeah, but you bought a Steam Deck to play it, Game Pass.
No, but that's different. Way different. Steam Deck's cool.
You wanted portable Game
Pass.
Actually, you told us.
But see, this actually works. Steam Deck does not. Game Pass doesn't work.
Portable Game Pass, and now you own a Quest, and you can take it portably, and you can Game Pass.
Yeah,
there's something about having the Quest on my head, playing games like that. I don't know if I rock.
Then why do you have it?
It's an escape. Sit in the back seat. Let Delvin Jr. drive and go off into your little metaverse.
Have you lost your damn mind? This motherfucker can barely walk. You don't drive me somewhere? I will be dead by nightfall. No.
Well, you said you wanted the Steam Deck so you could ride in the car and play games. So just do the same thing with the Quest.
Yeah. No, I was going to use the Steam Deck when I'm like in hotels and they have no Wi-Fi.
Now you can Quest.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Game Pass, baby.
Okay.
I wonder what Game Pass. I truly wonder what Game Pass is going to be like on Quest. Because the controls aren't the same. They have like split controls. So that could be weird getting used to.
And plus, I guess you can put it in what's the mode called on Quest, where they have it where you can you have a TV in front of you, I guess.
Yeah, it's like portrait mode. There are people that use the Quest as a TV screen. They watch movies and stuff in the headset. That's a thing.
God, this is the fucking no.
Because you think about it, it's like you have such a much bigger TV. You can it almost feels like you're in a theater because the screen can be so big, to your eyes.
This is how we get to idiocracy. This is how.
Dude, you just figuring this out? We've been on this fucking train. This train is a rolling. We're just flying down the tracks on those exact tracks. It's terrifying, but we've been on that. Have you not seen all the election stuff that's happening? Are you watching the world today? Have you looked outside?
Where is the reset button?
It's just coming. And then I did tell you guys that there was another Meta Quest, another Quest headset coming, and we got the unveiling. Meta Quest Pro out October 25th for the ripe price of $1,500. What makes this
Yeah,
one
hit that
different is
button.
that this one features mixed reality capabilities, kind of like HoloLens, and they showed off a bunch of real world interactions you can do with gaming and drawing and putting things like on the real world, like on your coffee table and stuff, playing Beat Saber in real life, as opposed to in-game apps. It's slimmer, it's lighter, it looks more like a visor than like a helmet. It's really just kind of on your forehead instead of like, you know, the whole helmet thing wrapping all around your head. It fits better with people that have glasses, has a wider field of view, has better resolution, has face tracking, facial expression tracking. It can monitor your eye blinks, your eyebrow movements. It can relay all of that to the game in real time. And the
You mean to Facebook?
controllers,
It's going to relay all
Yeah.
that to Facebook.
well, I'm about to get there. The controllers have built-in cameras. They can track now, like if you put the controllers behind your back or behind your head, or if the camera loses sight of it, they can track in time themselves, as opposed to needing to be able to be seen by the headset, which is what's currently on the Quest.
Nah, son.
This is a high price, but for anybody that's out there, like, oh my god, who would pay for that? There are a lot of mixed reality, augmented reality kind of business rollouts, and it does seem that the heavy focus for this headset is that it's not necessarily to sell you more Quest games. There'll probably be a Quest 3 to do that. This is more geared at kind of that upcoming, there's, you know, like that metaverse type of thing where we all put in our headsets and go to the office type of thing that they're trying to do.
No, fuck you.
It's a thing. It's
Not
a
doing
thing.
it.
You thought your employers were going to get by with just monitoring your keystrokes? Hell no, they're going to put you in the office. Whether you come to the office or not, they're going to send you a headset. You better get in this office. I want to
I'm in
see
charge
you
of
working.
IT. We ain't monitoring nobody's goddamn keystrokes.
Well,
No.
you're not, but it's because we work for the government and they're on shoestring budgets. A lot of other people are. This is a big thing. So
No bueno.
Just, yeah, get me off this rock.
okay.
No, thank you. This is nonsense.
Like Overwatch, a phone number will be required to play Call of Duty. Diving into Modern Warfare 2 via PC will require the same, or will face the same problem as those trying to play Overwatch recently. You would need to link a phone number to access the game on mobile phones. With a prepaid plan may not work. Yes, even on Steam. Now, I read on the Steam page that you just had to have a phone number associated with your Steam account. So I don't necessarily know if that works the same prepaid way or not.
Why do I need a phone number? Why can't it just be an email address?
Yeah.
Why?
I'll tell you why. But before I do, I read the rest of the news. The phone verification system, which Activision Blizzard calls SMS Protect, is meant to cut down on toxic behavior from players, preventing them from creating endless new accounts to evade bans and to cheat. Limiting the number of free accounts that a single person can create helps keep players accountable for their actions, and in turn reduces toxicity and cheating and ensures a positive community experience for all players.
So what happens when they get hacked and my phone number just gets out there?
What happens if I'm a kid and I don't have a phone?
I've seen that brought up a lot.
Fuck them kids.
Or there was a guy on Twitter who was getting a lot of trends because he said he had 4 kids and you can only use the same phone number once, and all 4 kids can't play together at the same time.
What does Nick Cannon gonna do?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Nick Canada's screwed.
As I said, prepaid phones and voice over IP phone numbers don't work with SMS Protect. Activision Blizzard did relax its SMS Protect requirements for Overwatch last week. So we saw that since launch. So I don't know how to feel about this one. I think generally the take on Twitter is that everybody hates this all across the board. Everybody's like, this sucks. But all I've heard for years playing Call of Duty is everybody hates cheaters and people online and people saying nasty things and doing all that. So here they are trying to do something that fixes it, and now everybody hates them for doing this too. So
Yeah,
I kind of
the wrong call.
maybe.
But
Is there a better? You got a better solution?
I don't have a better solution, but this ain't it.
Neither do I. I don't have a better solution, so I don't want to throw.
Here's the
stones at your
solution. Hit the fucking mute button. You can't listen to anybody say anything.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop the cheaters, and then
The cheaters are always going to be there. That's just part of being an online gamer. You're gonna run into cheaters. You just have to fucking deal with it. Cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it.
So they shouldn't try to.
They should try. Just what we already have. Just do what we already have. We don't need to try to
we ban
reinvent the wheel with this
accounts and then they
SMS
create
stuff.
new ones.
It's fine.
Like we saw the Stadia thing we talked about last week while you're out, Dev. There's a dude on Stadia who has like 15 Stadia accounts. He programs bots to play Destiny for him.
Good for him. Way to have some ingenuity and farm some materials.
Yeah. Well, I'm
it's
not
not
saying
really hurting anybody else's experience when they're doing stuff like that.
Solution, but it is a. I do think it's a better solution. And if there are people in, weird outskirts that have to change or affect, if kids have to take turns playing, then, it's a byproduct of what I would hope is a better experience.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me nearly as much as the other one.
Yeah, I don't like this phone thing at all.
Because like this is like the no different. This is no different really than like if I'm playing, like Game Pass or I'm playing Xbox games right now, like Jack and I can't play on the same profile and all that. And it's kind of very similar to that. That's not like a thing we've never had before. And he's like, well, my 4 kids can't play at the same time. It's like, well, you're buying 4 copies of the game for them to play separately.
If it's a free to play game like Warzone. Yeah, because this is more of a Warzone problem than a Call of Duty problem. Because more people play Warzone. So it's like, I have a free to play game. I'm a kid. I don't have a phone. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to be able to interact? Same with Overwatch. Overwatch 2, it's a free to play game. So you're supposed to be trying to get everybody to play. But if everybody ain't got a phone, now you're telling me I can't play because I ain't got a phone.
Yeah.
Or I have a prepaid phone.
That's exactly what they're saying. Yep.
It's bullshit. I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it.
It doesn't bother me as much as the internet, but I understand your feelings and theirs. I understand the complaints. I think those are.
It doesn't affect me in any way.
Those are worthy, valid complaints. But yeah, I'm not going to act outraged because I have a phone.
It doesn't affect me.
I'm fine. Like it doesn't. I was kind of the same way last week when Haley was bringing up with Overwatch. Like I get that it sucks. Like I just want it to work. Like if I can't play it because their system or whatever now I'm angry. But as long as it works, then I don't really care.
If it's free to play and it doesn't work, I don't care that either because it's free to play.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if it's free to play, the free to play part seems weird. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it works or not. I just want it to work. Hopefully it goes better than the Overwatch because apparently the Overwatch thing was a disaster.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to have that to play the campaign. Like I shouldn't need any of that.
I agree.
Just to play the campaign.
I agree.
Yeah.
But they think you do.
Yeah.
So Microsoft, fix it. Okay. When the deal is closed, you fix it. You find a way.
You need Game Pass to play.
That means it ain't coming to PlayStation.
We're gonna drop all that shit just for Game Pass. Okay. PlayStation Extra titles were announced. We're getting GTA Vice City Definitive Edition, Dragon Quest XI, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Chronicles 3, and Syndicate, Dragon Quest Builders, Heroes 1 and 2, Inside the Medium, and Naruto to Boruto, and Hohokum. Those are all coming to PlayStation Extra tier.
Those are some decent games. The Naruto to Boruto games.
Is the Extra tier the expensive one?
No, that's the medium one.
No,
that's
the medium one. That's pretty good. Yeah, for the medium tier, that's pretty
good.
solid. A lot of Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I love the medium.
And then just keep giving me more and more reasons not to buy this service.
Oh, that's right. Here we go. PlayStation Premium is getting Yakuza 3 through 5 remastered. And then on PS3, and all the games that are marked as PS3, you have to stream, right?
Yes.
So you're getting Limbo that you have to stream. When Limbo is widely, freely available in every console for like $2.
Yes.
That's weird. Am I the only one that thinks it's weird? Like, why is that here?
That is a little weird.
The whole premium thing to me is weird and stupid.
So you get Limbo, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, which is awesome, and then Everyday Shooter. So you can stream those games if you want.
Ultra Street Fighter 4, I am not streaming. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, streaming Street Fighter sounds like a bad idea. That I agree with.
Isn't Street Fighter 4 also on PS4?
Yeah, I don't understand why these games that are available on PS4, you're not getting PS4 versions instead of the streaming. Like Limbo, Limbo is bizarre. Like I'm like, why is Limbo here? Like Limbo is the one that bothers me.
If it's a PS4 game, you can download it.
But this is saying PS3, so
you don't have to stream it. If it's a PS4 game, I don't know how that works. You can
right,
I know
but in the blog, and I asked in the chat, and they said like, yeah, you have to stream it. But in the blog, it says PS3. Like they denote specifically that this is a PS3 game, which to me, you have to stream, right? What if it's a PS3 game that there is a
PS3
PS4 game? Like if there's a PS4 equivalent,
Right.
you just
Give me
download that
the
instead?
PS4 version.
That's what I'm
of
trying
it
to figure out.
instead.
Because if it's the PS4 version,
Well, you're the
we should get it
PlayStation
downloaded.
guy. When we're asking.
Well, I have to go. I'm gonna have to go see. But I think.
Oh
is
my
Ultra
God.
Street Fighter 4.
I gotta go check.
I'm trying to think that Ultra Street Fighter 4 come to PS4? I don't
Yes.
think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. There's a
Even if it
PS4
didn't,
version
like,
of
we know
Ultra Street
Limbo
Fighter
did.
4.
We know Limbo.
Yeah, Limbo did as well. Like, why are you giving me a PS3 version of anything that has any other version? Because you should not be giving me the PS3 version. Because this again, Sony keeps giving me reasons to not up my subscription. Just
Yes.
no.
Yarden, back on the Call of Duty thing, he says, even if a kid had a phone, I would not want the number given out. You know, they're selling that info to somebody.
Right.
Maybe.
Yes.
I wonder, could they lock it to an IP address? But then you could just VPN your way around it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
difficult. I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't they just talk about like how great their new cheat system was or whatever? Didn't we just read that? Like I read that in the news like 2 weeks
Yes.
ago.
You might have. I don't recall.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Yes, you did.
so go play some games, whether you stream them or what, however you're doing it, whatever tier you're on, go play some games on PlayStation if you're paying them that money. Hope you enjoy. Quick hitters, PS5 shipments are up 400% in the US ahead of God of War.
That's a
What does that
large
even mean?
amount.
That's a large amount.
They're shipping 400% more than they were previously.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of systems.
That's a lot.
A prototype for Xbox's cloud-only console, which was formerly known as Project Keystone, was seen on display on Phil's shelf in the background during a recent tweet, leading the world to speculate. Xbox, for the record, Xbox came out and said many times that they went away from that project. They weren't going to release it. So a lot of people saw it and they were like, immediate release. I think it was more just kind of like, this is kind of what we had in mind. I don't necessarily think it means like, here comes the cloud console, but we'll find out. You know?
Can't Phil just have a cool shelf full of stuff that doesn't mean anything?
Well, I think it was cool that
Yeah.
it was like a prototype, that they're like kind of showing us a prototype. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but it was like a really small,
saw it.
slim kind of Series S kind of thing.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. It's like a Series S, but it was like the size of a ruler.
Yeah.
And you just kind of
exactly.
sat there and you could plug into it. So
I saw it because people circled it a lot. Look in the background. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
to
buy
take
one.
this.
I would buy a couple probably. I would probably put one on both my TVs upstairs just to have them. If it did like all of the Xbox Store apps, like if I could do Xbox TV and movies and stuff on it, in addition to Netflix and all the others. If it was just the Game Pass, like Samsung TV Game Pass app, then I wouldn't get it. But if it could do everything else and I could like unify my ecosystem across TVs, then I would. Yeah, I would replace my
That'd be
Roku.
cool.
I would replace my Roku with those if I could. Oh, we found this is interesting. In 2021, Game Pass made $2.9 billion in the fiscal year. It made up 30% of its games and services total revenue. We found this out from the discovery, from all of the documents that are being shared, because PlayStation and Xbox are constantly fighting each other. So for all those people out there that are concerned Game Pass's sustainability or just want to know how much it makes, apparently last year it made almost $3 billion. I don't know if that means it's sustainable. I have no idea. Maybe they gave all $3 billion of that for the show. I don't think so, but that sounds pretty lucrative to me. You know, $3 billion. Yeah, I don't think that's killing Microsoft, too much.
I'd like $3 billion. You know,
Great. Yeah, that's pretty good.
how much did they pay for Activision Blizzard?
70.
Well, 70. Okay, shit.
Right, you think
a
about
lot
it, they're
more to
making
go.
3 now. Let's say the inclusion of Call of Duty adds $2 billion to that, so they make 5 a year. Do that for 10 years or so.
Yeah.
You're getting there. You pay that back not too long. Like, you can't spend $70 billion on acquisition and expect to be like, we've got to make it back in a year and a half. That's a big
Right.
long-term decision.
I just bought this baby
Yeah.
cash.
It also isn't like credit. That's the other thing that when you see people, the gamers argue about it online, it's not like it's on a credit card and they got to pay it back. They had that in cash.
Yes,
They don't have to pay
that's
it
why I
back.
said what I said.
They literally
I bought
just
this baby
gave them the money. They
cash.
were like, and here is all of the gold. Like here, I have much gold. Here is much gold. Like, you know, it's like that's it. And you just go away. They don't have to put it back in the bank. Nobody's like, now you owe us. No. Now they just own Activision. That's how that works.
Yeah.
You know.
For you Canadians, much more gold.
Much more gold. The first major Saints Row update is promising over 200 bug fixes expected to land in November.
Why not just delay the game and fix the stuff before? Like, why put it out?
Agree. I mean, I will go back and play it. I did fall off of it when just more and more games came out. So I'll go back and play it. I want to play more. I was enjoying it, but I would like it to be a better experience. So that sounds fine. Phantom Abyss from Devolver Digital hits Game Pass on October 20th. You guys seen that?
Phantom Abyss, I don't think I have.
It's like an asynchronous multiplayer game where you run through a tomb. And it's like,
oh yeah, okay.
All kinds of shit is going down, and like you die, and you'll see the ghosts of other people. It looks fun. I thought it looked cool. Obviously, that's why I put it here. I thought it looked fun.
Yeah, I remember that one.
All right, I wrote this today. I know a lot. Here's how I feel. I got two things. Xbox, CMA, and PlayStation are still bickering. So we'll update you when we actually have a fucking ruling because I'm over it. I'm tired. We've done this every week for like 6 weeks, and I'm not going to keep doing it. It's just the Jerry Springer show constantly. Just he says this and they said that and they say that, and I'm done. I'm over it. I'll let you know when it either does or doesn't happen or whatever. Like, but I'm not going to keep
done when it's done.
Trading barbs.
We're here
talking about on the podcast.
for video games, not this.
Well, I feel bad about it because it is news video games
nonsense.
But it's like the more it drags out, like how much is it? This is really newsworthy.
Yeah.
Let me know.
It's like
when
Call of Duty reality TV
shows up,
nobody cares.
Yeah, it is like reality TV. It's true. Dev 4090s are launching across the world, and apparently they blow all of our current shit out of the water. They're just fucking awesome.
Yep. Wish I had more money.
I want one, but yeah, I'm not going to pay that much.
Yeah.
Plus, when are 49ers going to be in like pre-builds? Like 2 years from now?
They're already in pre-builds.
In pre-builds?
You can go buy one right now in a pre-build.
With like
a power GPU. Probably.
Yeah, no. So not anytime soon.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Because again,
you know what I mean. I mean, like in my price range, where they're gonna be in pre-builds.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, your price range is the price of just the graphics card itself.
A little more than that. A little more than that. You know, credit was the graphics card was like 1,500.
Yeah.
A bit more than that on my computer. Come on.
You did, but I'm saying like you could just buy that and put it in your computer and call it a day.
Won't fit.
I mean, it won't fit in your computer.
It won't fit. The damn thing is huge.
We can buy a case and throw it all in there. It'll be messy and ugly, but we can make it. We can Frankenstein it.
I need some engineer, some PC engineer to put it all in there perfectly. And they're like, this works. Just buy this.
I mean,
I need the easy button.
I was going to say we could water cool it, and that takes it from 4 slots to 2, but that won't work in your case. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't. No. But I'm glad that it looks awesome. I'm glad DLSS is awesome. I saw Forza, or not Forza, F1 on the 4090 completely maxed DLSS 3.0. It was fire. I was like, man, that looks amazing. I want that.
The 4090 is stupid. It's really, really stupid.
But how is it in the gaming space? Because I was always the kind of just a rule of thumb with electronics is like, don't ever be like first. You don't want to buy like the first thing. Like always buy the second thing. So like, is that a thing in the graphics card? Like you don't want to buy the first gen graphics card. You want to like wait a little bit.
No, that's not really a thing.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes the aftermarket cards, like last year, the 3080s, when you had the aftermarket cards, they didn't have the right capacitors, so they were dying. But the Founders Edition cards are always pristine, so there's never really been any problem or needing to wait for like the second batch of the Founders Edition cards. The Founders Edition cards are always always Gucci. So,
Yarden says 4080 real soon.
Yeah, the 4080 will be, but I mean,
still not gonna
if you're looking. Yeah, and honestly, if you're looking for 4K high frame rate graphic or gaming with the bells and whistles,
like over 100 FPS, yeah.
Not even over it. Yeah, that's with DLSS. That's with DLSS 3.0. Because without DLSS, it's getting you 4K like 60 with all the bells and whistles. So like if you're really trying to push it, the 4090 3080 or the 4080, it'll be good. But I mean, if you really want to push like ray tracing, you want to do like a solid frame rate, 60 plus with everything at ultra. It's the 4090.
The Digital Foundry was like, it's really for, especially DLS, really for frame rates over 100. Like you don't really want to use it for like frame rates at like 60.
Yeah.
So I'll get it one day, but I'm not like,
bitch.
I have no, no thirst to upgrade right away. I'm good. My PC is still doing everything I need to do.
Yep.
I don't feel like my PC's held me back one bit. And I could, I would still suffer some holding back before I would upgrade. But my PC's still doing it.
I'm not upgrading because I can't afford to. Yeah.
So you just upgraded. Like you just got to where I am, right? We have the same. We're rolling out the same stuff.
Not quite. My CPU is a couple gens behind yours, but it's not enough to make that big of a difference.
Yeah.
But see, the reason why I say that is because I want to change everything, and that is going to be expensive because the new CPUs are hell of expensive. The fucking motherboards are way more expensive than I used to.
Expensive hobby, man.
Everything is just gone up. So
you got to do it.
I'm good. Just gonna sit here with
you chose the hobby
and be fine. Be fine.
I mean, I can't complain. You see what I'm doing in my car. I definitely could get it if I wanted to, but the reason I'm not is because of the car. The car is the reason I'm not. If I didn't have the car, I probably would. Like, Dev, find me one, but no, I got this car to pay. I'll be doing that for a while. So
yeah. Outside is expensive.
Yeah. And then the last news story was there's a new Steam mobile app, which Dev you shared in the Discord. Delvin and I have already loaded up. It is much improved.
Yes.
Great.
Way better.
It's got some Steam Guard thing, or I guess now they're going to email you a QR code to scan. That's their new Steam Guard thing.
How am I supposed to scan? Like, I do all this on my phone. Just send me the damn code. I'll punch in the numbers. I'm not going to pull out the Steam thing, the thing to scan something on my computer. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
like,
got authenticator or whatever it is. I'm hoping it just doesn't. I just don't want it to require it so often. Yeah. Like with the old app, I had to do it every time I wanted to check what my notification was, and I was like, "This sucks." Yeah. So just don't do it so often, and it'll be okay. But it is much improved. I can actually now check my real wish list and see games and buy games on the app, which is all I really wanted. It's like my wish
Can
list
we look at how horrible
easy.
Delvin's profile is? Can we see how not blinged out it is? Let's see how not blinged out it is.
Yeah, he hasn't done it. It's not cool. It's not good.
You're a PC gamer now, Delvin. This is what you're supposed to do. Me and Donnie have made our profiles fresh. What are you over here doing? This is the PC Gamer Show. Get it together, Delvin.
I gotta put it together. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna bling it out.
Look, it's real simple. It's gold coin, baby. Make it gold.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, but I need to
it should be gold.
I like that idea. I need it to be rapperish, gold coinish, like stripper pose, everything I can put on this.
I think all of that is there.
How long are we gonna wait for that? I mean, you could have done this already. What are you waiting on, Mr. Steam Gamer, Mr. PC Gamer Elite?
I'm not friends with Delvin.
You're not?
I don't see gold coin in my friends list.
I think it's just under my name, Delvin Cox.
Oh, Delvin Jermaine Cox. Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah. We need to change that. It needs to be gold coin because you looked me up on Steam. I'm Dad Ninja Dev.
Get it even have an avatar. It's just there's just a question mark.
Question mark. Yeah.
Get your life together. You can't be a part of the PC Gamer Show if this is how you're going to show
up. Why are you trying to kick me out of the PC Gamer Show?
That's true, Delvin. You said you were part of the PC life. You can't.
I am.
You're not, apparently.
You're really not. We're not question marks. This is the PC master race. Yeah. We do things to the nth degree. You're over here just half-assing it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
You're not even half-assing. You're quarter-assing it at this point.
I even sent you themes. Like we sent you the things. You had the links and screenshots, and I was like, "Do this." You've done nothing.
I've done something.
You failed us. You failed us again.
You do realize, Delvin, if you go into your edit profile and you click on avatars, like any avatars that came with games you buy are there. You don't have to spend the points on them. You just have some in your library.
I just picked a random angry black person. Close enough. Fits me close enough. Perfectly.
Wow.
This is absurd.
So that's the news. So let's get into our segment, Gold Coin Presents. Dev,
Yes.
if you haven't seen this yet.
Days, you got your rude days. You want your rude days. You got your motherfucking rude days. You want your rude days. You got your rude days. You want your rude days. You got your rude days. Rude days. 93. Chicka, chicka, chicka.
Wow.
Gold Coin
This is my
Presents.
life now.
Rude Days 93 segment. And Rude Days writes in over under 82 for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Metacritic. It says Modern Warfare in 2019 had a Metacritic of 80. I'm going to go under.
I'm gonna go over.
I think this phone shit is just going to make reviewers mad and they're going to take it out on it.
Ooh.
I kind of want to agree. I'm going to say, yeah, it'll probably be 79.
Damn.
It could be worse. Also,
I'm still going over.
I also feel like the
over.
trend down, like just the trend for Call of Duty, people just wanted to be down on Call of Duty. I don't think the Activision acquisition rumors has helped that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if we just start seeing review scores lower as soon as Microsoft acquires them. So
Yeah, I guess you're right, because Modern Warfare players probably aren't going to Metacritic and doing anything because they don't care.
correct.
The actual people who play the game were like, fuck you.
And I also still think of
we
just
don't
like
care.
Metacritic, just the critic score, like the critical reception for Call of Duty is probably not stellar. It's
Which
more
is
about
sad.
like the fans. What do the fans think of? Because we love Modern Warfare. I think Modern Warfare 2019 is way better than 82. That's a really good game. But
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I would go low. I'll go lower. I think I'll be in the 70s.
Yeah.
I'll say 79.
I think you're right.
The next one, I don't know. The over under Metacritic score 75 for Gotham Knights. I don't know.
Under.
I
I
really
think
don't
that'll
know.
be a 72. Everything that I've seen on it, everything that I've heard, I feel like it's like, it's a 7.
I agree with that statement.
I think it might be a 77. Yeah.
Like a high 7. Is that really the question here?
Yeah.
Is it a strong 7 or a soft 7?
I think it's a
I think it'll
soft
be a strong
7.
7.
Could be a 6.
The 6 would be bad. Can you imagine if Gotham Knights
Yeah.
at a 60? People would be mad.
I can't
That'd be
imagine.
bad.
I can imagine. I don't care about. Let them be mad.
People would be big mad. Over under 1/2 Call of Duty games on Switch in a year's time after the Activision deal closes.
Now, when we say on Switch, do we mean actually on the Switch and not streaming?
I
Like
think
the
it's
cloud
on
version?
Switch. I want to say over because I just think that they'll try their best to get Warzone on Switch. It'll be like Warzone Mobile, but it counts.
Yeah,
It's a Call of Duty
I'm-
game.
I'm going under because I think they're not even going to try. It'll just be like you can play the cloud version. I don't think it'll actually be on the console. It'll have to be
I think it'll be
cloud
the
version.
Android version. It'll be the mobile version of Callzone or Warzone
Also.
Mobile. Yeah, Warzone
Also on mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dylan?
I think I'm going to go, I'll say over. I'll go over.
Okay.
So I think Warzone. I think Warzone's the one that'll probably be on there.
Buy or sell this week. Buy or sell Advance Wars is playable by January 1st, 2023.
It's playable now, isn't it?
No.
No.
Well, we can't play it, but it's
Right.
playable. That game's done.
Well, yeah. You know what it means by everyone.
Buyable.
Buyable, yeah.
Downloadable.
Purchasable.
By January?
January 1st, 2023.
I'm
I'm
selling
gonna
that.
say- yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
think
to
I'm
say
going to sell as well.
I'll buy January 1st, 2024.
I was going to say like maybe end of January.
Yeah, January, February, something like that.
Yeah.
And then buy or sell. This is a rumor that's floating around that there will be campaign DLC for Modern Warfare 2 to be released late next year.
Why?
I think this rumor's been floated around of some data miners or whatever, but I think the idea of this is that Call of Duty is going on we've talked about like a 2-year dev cycle. So to keep it
Mhm.
fresh, like maybe a mainline game would get a campaign update as well as a new season, new Warzone refresh and stuff, that maybe they would include some DLC expansion, so some campaign expansions to kind of
I
liven
would
it
Didn't
up.
they say they weren't gonna make Modern Warfare 3, like they weren't doing the full trilogy, just the 2 games?
I think so. Yeah, I know the next
So-
couple games aren't Modern Warfare.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense if you're just gonna continue. Just keep doing campaign DLC for Modern Warfare 2 to flesh out the rest of it. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't need to remake Modern Warfare 3. Just
Yeah, I
do
agree.
DLC.
I love the idea of having, especially if the plan going forward is that Call of Duty games have a 2-year dev cycle, then I love the idea of, in that off year, giving it, a very small couple hours addition to campaign with the season refresh, with the Warzone refresh, with the zombies refresh. That's a great way to kind of carry that game. Give the team something to work on without like taxing them on delivering a brand new game.
Yeah.
How they monetize that, I think, is up for question. Like, would they sell it for $30, $40? Would they try to sell it for 60? Would they break it down into individual pieces? Like, I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, I feel
think
like anything over 30 is asking a lot.
They could do like the
was bundled with
campaign
a
only for
season
20.
pass.
Yeah, I was thinking they could do the campaign only for 20, but then maybe they bundled in. You could season pass, you get some Warzone stuff, you get some zombie stuff, and the thing for 40, something like that. Some kind of bundle.
I'm thinking
Modern Warfare never had zombies, right?
Their stuff isn't like their DLC, not like their microtransaction DLC, but like their expansion. I'm trying to think. You remember they remastered the Modern Warfare games? They included them. Like, that stuff wasn't cheap.
Mhm.
They definitely sold them. I think $30, $40. I think 40 wouldn't be like out of the question.
Yeah, but I don't see zombies coming because zombies was never a Modern Warfare thing, right?
Right. I'm just throwing all their stuff together. But yeah, you're right. Okay, that does it for the news and for Gold Coin Presents.
There you go.
Gold Coin Presents. All right, question time. Up first, Brendan, so he doesn't yell at Delvin for not, including his
Not picking the
questions in
question. God damn it, Delvin! You never pick my question.
the show. He says, rank these ice cream flavors. They are vanilla, chocolate chip, cookies and cream, butter pecan, strawberry, coffee, Rocky Road, birthday cake, cookie dough, mint chocolate chip, and salted caramel.
So we're gonna take turns doing this, because there's no way we're all gonna agree on a ranking.
Oh, I mean, I've already done my ranking.
Okay, so have I.
There's only 3 flavors on here, as far as I'm concerned.
Your ranking is much easier.
Yes, it's cookies and cream, because that is like my favorite ice cream.
You're such a girl.
Then coffee.
You're such a
Then
woman.
coffee. And then salted caramel. Everything else is trash.
The basic white bitch.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
Trash.
Well, see, here's the problem. Is these flavors, all of these flavors to me are basic as shit. I don't like, these are all basic.
but you know what I meant. Like, you took like the basic,
Yeah.
So. All right.
There's nothing to work with here.
My favorite ice cream flavor is butter pecan. I don't think salted caramel is all that different from butter pecan in a whole lot of ways.
It's really not. It's just
Right.
missing the
It's
pecans.
Right. So I'll keep them like 1 and 2, or just because they're so close. It feels weird to rank them somewhere else. My second favorite on this list would be strawberry. Then I would go vanilla, cookie dough, birthday cake, Rocky Road, chocolate chip, then maybe chocolate, and then the rest. Like, honestly, the only one I really wouldn't, I won't eat mint chocolate chips. That's like the least favorite.
Neither will
And I can live without coffee as well. I don't like coffee flavored ice cream.
I do like coffee flavored ice
I don't
cream. It's
need that.
delicious.
So the rest of those are fine. But yeah, butter pecan's my favorite. And I do love a good straw. I do have like, sometimes I crave strawberry ice cream, especially in the summertime.
Ever want strawberry ice cream unless it's strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
That's real
That's a
good
good
too.
one.
That shit is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to rank my 3, and the rest doesn't really matter what order it goes into. But my number
Trendsetter
one is
over here.
vanilla. Because vanilla, you can kind of add
Can
anything.
be
to it.
everything.
You can
Yep.
You can add strawberries
hate
to it. You
vanilla
can
ice
add cookies
cream.
to it.
Oh, vanilla ice cream's incredible. What are you talking about?
I hate
You
it
need
because
better vanilla ice cream.
that's the basic shit. Like I cannot do just
But you
vanilla ice
like
cream.
You need to
cookies and
have
cream?
really good, high quality vanilla bean ice cream.
No, I
Ain't
have.
nothing basic
Yes.
about it.
I have, and I cannot. I'm like,
Exactly.
no,
It's
get that
fantastic.
shit
There's
out of
nothing
here.
basic about
I
it.
want the strawberry cheesecake ice cream. That's what I really want.
The reason vanilla ranks so high on my list is like you can't, or I wouldn't put hot fudge on a lot of ice creams. I have with butter pecan, and it's surprisingly good. But I do love hot fudge, and hot fudge pairs best with vanilla ice cream.
See, I don't like hot fudge.
Vanilla,
I like
yeah,
caramel. I
vanilla's
like warm
very
caramel.
versatile.
Yeah, it is very versatile.
Uh,
You can put fruit
So
in
my
it.
number 2. Yeah, you put fruit in it. You can put
Yeah,
almost
Boring.
everything in it. It's great.
it's good.
How's it boring? You can add anything to it.
What do they
That's
call
opposite of
things when
boring.
they're boring? They call it vanilla. It speaks for itself.
Maybe that's what you call it. Yeah,
That's
but
what everybody
they're
calls it.
talking about the cheap Neapolitan type of
No. They're
That's
talking
not-
about anything that's basic and boring. It's just the vanilla version.
Well, okay, so my expertise, having worked at Dairy Queen, is you want to talk about what's basic? Basic is cookies and cream. That is the most
agree.
basic ice cream order that has ever existed. The amount of I made 10 cookies and cream blizzards for every other blizzard that ever came through.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing
story
with
I
that.
usually tell people is when I worked at Dairy Queen, we had these 3 buses of cheerleader meat came in. And I suddenly had like 60 cheerleaders in front of us trying to figure out what to eat. And they're all talking and everybody's trying to do it and they're trying to count everything. I said, hey, let me guess. 60 cookies and cream blizzards. They all paused, looked at each other, and they're like, yeah, that works. And I just sat there and made cookies and cream blizzard for like an hour.
It's like the
So-
pumpkin spice latte in October.
It is.
Basic
And that's
bitch.
basic. That's basic.
That is.
Still, it's still fucking whack.
Very rarely did anybody come and go, give me vanilla ice cream. That wasn't basic.
Because they know better. Because nobody just no. You can get that anywhere. It's regular. Get that shit out of here.
No, because they would come in and they'd be like, let's get some vanilla, let's get some hot fudge, let's get some nuts, let's get some strawberries, let's get some sprinkles.
Yeah, you can add everything to it.
Yeah,
Get that shit out
Vanilla's
of here.
great.
you're right,
Fuck
Delvin.
vanilla.
You're right.
My second is strawberry.
Whack.
Strawberry is very good.
Mhm.
And my third is cookies and cream. If it's
Yeah.
Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
Not the generic,
Yeah, that's what it
Fruit
is. That's
stamp
what
off
that's what
cookies.
everybody means. Cookies and creams, Oreos.
not the.
The other one would be cookie dough.
Other stuff.
Cookie dough is the other
Cookie dough's really
cookies
good.
cream, yeah, but it's just cookies and creams, Oreos.
Yes.
We all know what you mean. I don't like cookie
The
dough
rest-
either.
The rest, it doesn't matter which flavor. Salted caramel is decent. There's
Yeah,
a-
salted caramel with hot
y'all
fudge
don't
is
have
pretty good.
Publix.
It's an interesting mix.
There's a Publix premium brand one that's really good.
My wife
I'm
makes
trying to think.
My wife has made fun of me for years because since she's known me as a teenager, I've always been since I worked at Dairy Queen, I'm a butter pecan fan. She's like, "What are you like 90?" Apparently, only old people
Yes.
eat butter pecan. Like I
It
know
is
that
the
not to be
honest
true,
to God truth.
but yeah, I love butter pecan,
is, but
especially like
Butter pecan's really good.
if you ever butter
Butter
pecan
pecan is
gelato.
We're old, guys.
Butter pecan gelato is like that's a spiritual like
I do
experience.
not
Man. It's
like
real
gelato.
good. Yeah, gelato's
Not
nice.
fuck with gelato. Ugh.
What?
I don't
Talk
like
about,
that shit.
oh, I don't like to be basic and all that. Gelato? Come on,
I
man.
don't like gelato. I
Oh,
didn't say I
so
don't like
good.
to be
It's still
basic. I
fluffy.
called vanilla basic. I don't like gelato. I don't like the texture. Just I'm not feeling it.
Can we at least agree that Brendan should be banned for even mentioning birthday cake?
Absolutely. Did
That's
you
the
hear the
Yarden
disgust in my voice when I had to mention it? It's just ugh.
Yeah, I don't like birthday cake.
Ugh.
I also don't like ice cream cakes.
I haven't had one in
Okay.
a long time.
I'm not a fan of. My kids really
Have
like
another
them, so
day.
my wife is always getting them. Like it's not my favorite. It's like if we're gonna have cake, I want cake. If we're gonna have ice cream, I want ice cream. I don't want them to like. At no point was I like, it'd be great if we smash these together.
Yeah. It's rare that I've had one, so I don't really care.
Because I appreciate
Ice cream
good cake.
and cake rocks. What's your favorite cake?
German chocolate.
Mine too.
Yeah, 100% German
Fucking
chocolate.
love German chocolate. cake.
German
It's
chocolate?
goddamn delicious.
If not German chocolate, then carrot cake with Philly cream.
Donnie, this is why we're friends.
I said
Fucking
I
bomb.
love good cake. Like when it comes to good cake, I'm all about good cake, not Walmart birthday cake. Oh, not that. Red
Delvin,
velvet
do
cake.
you have a
Down for that
favorite
too.
cake?
Devil's food cake. Like I'm down for
I'm
good
not
cake.
really a big cake guy.
I knew
I'm
it.
not really.
I knew it.
Damn it.
It was either
It's
either
just
going to
like
be that
the
or
Steam
like the
Deck
basic
all
white
over
cake
again.
with the frosting. Yeah, it's
Steam
just
Deck all
Look.
over again.
Look.
God.
Even like on my birthday, they don't
We're like,
give me a
hey,
cake, they give me
Delvin, you into
cheesecake.
PC gaming? He's like, I like Steam Deck. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there you go. Steam Deck. That's it, baby.
Yeah, I'm way more
Ridiculous.
excited. I'll move plans around for a German chocolate cake or a good carrot cake.
yeah, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my mom used to
sweet
make me one for
icing.
my birthday.
I have tried a German
so
chocolate
good.
cake. It is pretty good. I have tried one.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It
Is it
just
pretty good? Yeah, like
Pretty good.
you're lacking conviction because there's no German chocolate cake that's pretty good.
yeah.
German chocolate
it's
cake is just incredible, always.
yeah,
I'm not
Yeah.
a big cake guy.
Yeah, we've learned.
yeah. This is
I
depressing.
thought Delvin, I thought you were the man of the cake. Like you like your
Right.
ladies with cake.
Oh,
You know, double cheeked up on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cake,
that's
cake,
different.
cake.
Different type of cake.
Not a fan of cake.
Yeah, different type of German chocolate.
Oh boy.
Nice,
All right, next question.
fun question.
TPR says, video game protagonist, who's the biggest heavyweight at the bar? I think Travis Touchdown might be it.
So does he actually
Oh.
mean like size or just
I
like
Drinking.
badass?
think he
Who
just
can
means
drink?
like badass.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking drinking. Like, who can
Oh.
drink who in the
Oh
bar?
yeah, I
Who's
didn't
the
think
best
about
drink?
that. Yeah, okay.
That's what I-
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Would saying Kratos be cheating?
I don't know. Does Kratos drink a lot?
I would say he had in God of War. He's maybe drinking. Somebody like him.
I'm gonna look up biggest
Maybe
alcoholic
Barrett
in
from Final
games.
Fantasy.
Before I even run this, the
Right.
first thing that came to mind was Max Payne.
He was on all the stuffs. Like
Yeah, he was on the pills.
all the narcotics. But I think he also drank too. Like I feel like Max Payne might be that
did.
dude.
It was the first thing that I thought of, but I wanted to like look up,
Let me see.
and I don't have. Nobody's made this list. I'm getting a
Yeah,
bunch.
I can't.
I'm getting a bunch of athletes.
Yeah, I can't imagine like I can't remember any games where they're just like at the bar drinking.
I want to say Barrett from Final Fantasy. Wasn't he drinking at the bar? Isn't the whole
No,
thing him at the bar?
they owned the bar, but he was always taking care of his daughter. He wasn't out there drinking. Barrett was like the super goody two shoes, like save the
Why don't you
world
do
guy.
Johnny Silverhand or V. You need the cyber
Yeah,
V.
count. What about the
Cyberpunk.
What about like the Wolf Among Us characters? Weren't they all drinking?
Bigsby? Yeah.
Bigsby
Yeah,
was
Bigsby.
definitely. Bigsby was
That
definitely
counts.
drinking.
What about the Duke? Did you ever
That was the
drink?
Duke.
He always had like some liquor in his hand.
Yeah.
Who the hell's the Duke?
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Oh God.
Trying to think.
Yeah, I can't. I
Conker.
I
There
can't
you
think
go.
of anything.
Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
was a drunk.
Not Mario.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Mario's a drug addict.
I can't find any good
Yeah.
list to think of. So
yeah, other than Max Payne is an alcoholic, as
Yeah,
is
Max-
Pam in Stardew Valley.
Max Payne was the first one that came to mind.
Conker. Yeah, Conker. That's
I
about
drank
it.
a lot as Eivor. I definitely drank a lot as Eivor.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving along. Javier says, "Do you have any Halloween memories you want to share? Because 'tis is the season." I don't have any.
No.
Damn. I was like, I'll wait for you
Oh.
guys. And you're like, no.
I'll share one. I don't know. If
I live in the
I
inner
wouldn't
city. We
call
didn't
it-
really do anything on Halloween.
It's not a
What?
good Halloween memory. It's a Halloween memory. I remember like my first Halloween. We were so like broke. my grandmother, my mother, I was probably like 6 or 7. Let me say this word correctly so people don't get all weirded out. I was a hobo for Halloween.
Sure.
As a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not all that new. I mean, it's a costume.
Yeah. They got some shoes out the closet, some big, long, floppy shoes. They
Get your
gave me
knapsack.
Trench coat. They gave me some clown makeup, which was like my mom's makeup. I looked ridiculous. I looked stupid.
We need pictures of this.
I don't think they have pictures of them anymore. I may have burnt them, but I look like a homeless kid.
I may have burned them.
Isn't that what you were going for as a hobo? You want to look like a homeless kid? That's kind of what we're going for here.
It's a Halloween costume. You're not supposed to actually look homeless. They're not supposed to actually feel sorry for you. Like, hey, that's a cute costume. They'll put get this kid some food. He's hungry.
I've got a bunch. I don't necessarily know if any of them are any good ones. I mean, I think some of them are funny. I think the one that you guys would like the most is in middle school. Me and some friends had a stupid idea. We went to like this, it was like a Halloween dance. And we went, everybody was supposed to go in costume. We went as the Village People. So I dressed up as
that's good.
Construction worker, and I had like suspenders, and I had really short shorts. And and like we did like my mom did like not my mom, so my foster mom, but she did like coffee grinds like on my chest to make it look like I had like lots of chest hair and stuff. So me and my friends did that. I've always been down to make a fool of myself.
I got a funny one then. I want to say that was a year later. I went trick-or-treating as Mr. T. And my grandmother thought it would be a good idea to actually give me the Mr. T haircut.
Yeah, sure. Of course. I mean,
like
how else are you going to go as Mr. T?
You know, they have like the caps you can put on your head that has the fake haircut.
No.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, do it.
She cut my... So if you wonder why...
See, I'm all about the grandma life. If you're going to do it, do it. I mean, it's doing stupid, silly caps on your head.
Well, I'm bald now because of all the years of terrible haircuts I've gotten in my life. Cutting my hair like Mr. T and give me Jerry curls like Michael Jackson. Yeah. Don't do that.
I mean, we just released, should be on the pod. So if you guys missed it, listeners, but we just released our horror movie favorite podcast of the year. And we do that kind of every year around here. We talked about this a bunch. I have a bunch of Halloween memories. A lot of them are I just enjoy being like a kid. I remember just being out all night and just being out with a bunch of kids and just kind of having like some freedom, you know, being without like adult supervision and just like be fucking around, you know, being a kid. So those are mostly my favorite memories. I have memories here with my kids, doing all the Halloween decorations in the house and stuff. One year I streamed on Halloween. I brought my TV outside and everything, and I hooked everything up, and I streamed playing games while I was handing out candy. That was pretty fun. I've always dug Halloween. I did so when I was with the first few years before I was with my foster home, I was in a transitional home, and there was in a trailer park, and the trailer park had like a pool with like a clubhouse and a gazebo and stuff that you could use to rent out. And the owner of the trailer park, he paid me for 4 years in a row to turn that into a haunted house. So for 4 years in high school, it was like middle school, high school, I ran a haunted house, and I would get all the kids to help me, and we would come up with different like little scenes that we would do throughout the thing, and we'd doll up all the doors and everything, try to scare the hell out of people. It wasn't like a little kid's haunted house. It was like a Tower of Terror haunted house. Pretty scary. But yeah, used to do all that stuff. So yeah, I've got a bunch of great Halloween memories. I love Halloween.
Yeah, I got nothing because living in the inner city when it's all apartments, Halloween just doesn't hit.
So that's the weird thing for me is, I trick-or-treated in Cleveland and Columbus, and Halloween was a very big deal.
Yeah. In LA,
yeah.
I mean, unless you're going to like some exclusive party, like Halloween, like half the houses, 90% of the houses aren't even decorated. There's not a whole lot going on.
I feel that way.
In the place I lived. I
feel that way now. And I used to think it was like an Ohio thing, maybe. Because when I came to Georgia, it was always kind of hit or miss, and I always thought it was weird. But I was talking to Josh about this on the podcast this past weekend, because I'm not necessarily sure if it was like a where I'm from thing or if it's just like a sign of the times thing. I just feel like Halloween used to be a much bigger deal when I was as a kid
Well,
and coming up,
This is
coming of
nonsense.
age.
We got all these Christian zealots, the Halloween is the devil's day. So
Well, my aunt thinks that.
Also-
Yeah, my aunt definitely thinks that. She was that
Basically.
way.
Halloween is becoming more of an adult holiday than it is kids because they've made it so like you said on the,
Like
on
my
the podcast,
neighborhood, when
growing
I
up,
was 5th and 6th grade, my entire neighborhood was all about Halloween. Like all the houses were decorated. Everybody was trick or
going
treating.
out.
I trick or treated to damn near midnight most years.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. Kids
No,
don't do
they
that anymore.
definitely
Kids are
don't.
inside the house by
there's a
8
lot of
o'clock.
places
Yeah,
that have
And like I
that do
walked.
their trick or treating
like-
like the day before, during the day.
Yeah.
Like they don't
Yeah.
even do trick or treating.
Like
at
I
night.
walked
It's-
dozens of blocks. Not like around the neighborhood, up and down the street, like dozens of blocks, 15, 20 blocks away. Like,
I've never done that.
I walked, man. Yeah, I used to come home and dump my candy
I did
4 or
too.
5 times. Just keep going, go back, go again. Like it used to just kind of be a
Wow.
thing, and I don't think my kids will have ever experienced anything remotely close to that. It's always much more controlled. It's much more scripted. It's not as wild.
because people out there putting drugs and all kind of other shit in the candy worse than. It's just I
True.
don't trust people. It's really bad. So
Who
my
wastes
kids
their
have
drugs
been
on
matching
kids?
kids.
Waste-
That's what I always say. Why are you wasting drugs on kids? Like, why?
Drugs
Why
ain't
would you
cheap.
do that?
Last
Right.
year, 3 years ago, we had a Halloween, or we had a school that had a Halloween party, and somebody laced the drugs. And we had to ship 45 kids to hospitals across the county.
Yep.
Jeez.
There's I forgot what it is now, but there's something that people are putting in candy and kids are dying. Like
What a
it's
mess.
ridiculous.
What a
It's
mess.
ridiculous.
Yeah, my wife does candy checks every year for my kids.
My kids don't really eat candy, so we typically they'll trick or treat. They'll get candy. We'll give them like 2 pieces, and then they just forget about it because they don't eat candy.
It's funny. My wife is on a neighborhood Facebook for our neighborhood, and some mom the other day was like, "So what day are we trick or treating this year? Because Halloween, I think, is on a Monday." And I was like, "We're trick or treating on Halloween, like on
Monday.
on Halloween. What do
Yeah,
you
it is
mean?
on
What
Monday.
day are we trick or treating on? Like
So it's a
Yeah,
lot of
Halloween.
places that don't trick or treat on Halloween.
school nights?
Like there's a specific day that's set for the day where you go trick or treating and
Oh
you do it
my-
before the sun goes down.
oh
It's
my
fucking
gosh!
crazy to me. It's insane.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
gosh!
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Moving along. Fortune Tower says, "What's your favorite instance of a game breaking the fourth wall?" I like the quick ending from Chrono Trigger. If you beat the final boss at the soonest available chance, a few minutes into the game, doable on New Game Plus. The game comments that you like things so fast, it gives you the end credits in fast forward speed. So any fourth wall game
Far Cry
breaking
does that
moments?
stuff all the time. Far Cry has a bunch of hidden endings. You can beat the game in like 10 minutes and all that stuff. But
Yeah, I
like
like the
No
Far
More
Cry.
Heroes, I love that Travis talks directly to the player. He'll turn and face you, talk directly into the camera, and bring you into the experience. So I always like kind of like a cinematic movie type thing.
I'll give you what I guess is kind of breaking the fourth wall. It's not really, but I think it kind of is. When you play the Turtles games and you throw the Foot Clans into the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always
Yeah,
thought
those are
that
cool.
was really cool.
it was
That was
cool.
really
Yeah.
cool.
'Cause
way
it
to
is
do that.
cool. Yeah,
it is. And that's like my favorite way to just go through and just chuck everybody. It's great.
yeah, those are good.
I cannot recall any game that I've played breaking the fourth wall. I can't think of anything. So I don't have an answer for this.
I feel like there's a bunch.
I'm sure there
Yeah,
are,
you
but
gotta
there's
just all
probably
kind
games
of
I probably haven't played those
Wasted
games.
now.
You gotta. Sometimes it's so subtle you don't even notice. it.
Oh,
That's what it
you
is.
know what? I know one. X-Men on Genesis. You had to actually, once you beat Mojo's World, you had to physically reset the system. It tells you to reset the system.
Yes.
You have to physically reset the Genesis, and it takes you into the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is the thing. I
So I'm
do
reading an
remember that.
article from Game Informer, and they list the Stanley Parable, Monkey
Never played it.
Island,
Never played.
Batman Arkham Asylum, Scarecrow's Mind Trick. I remember that.
That was.
Eternal Darkness,
Oh.
of
He does
course,
a lot.
Eternal. Metal Gear Solid, the Psycho Mantis.
I was about to say Metal Gear Solid reading the
Yeah.
memory card.
for sure.
Yes.
Bunch of those. Well, I mean, what
Ooh,
about
like Castlevania?
PT?
What did it do?
On playable teaser, there's like all this. You have to like have your microphone on to get like the final thing to trigger. You have to be like really
Yes.
silent and have your microphone on, or it won't trigger, and you'll just keep looping.
Oh, I had no idea. I played that game for about 15 minutes. And I was like, okay.
It's so good. PT
Oh,
is
yeah.
so good.
Really good. Because the fun part was the fun part of it was being around when people are trying to figure out how to do it. You know, it's just
That
kind of
was
like
such
that
a moment.
viral internet moment.
Yeah.
I was on vacation in Vegas and we were watching some E3 stuff. And then I downloaded the teaser and we tried to figure it out for about 15 minutes till we were bored with it.
Because it's like that old school shit, like on the playground, where you hear some dumb shit, you know, like you got to go pick up the phone and spin in a circle 3 times, and you know, like some stupid shit like that. You're like, what? But yeah, and I don't even know if you have to have your microphone open. I think I was just told that, and I just always think I did.
It's
Like every time I got to the part of the game, I always turn my microphone on. I'm like, because I definitely remember trying to not to, and I couldn't get it to trigger for like 10 minutes without the microphone on. So I just like turned it on, and then it worked. So now I just think it needs the microphone on, but I don't necessarily know that.
there's a couple of ways you could do it. I don't remember all of them, but I looked it up after I did it finally. It's like a couple of ways you can get the ending and you have to answer the
Hey,
phone
Garrett.
and stuff like that. I used to love that game. That game's so good.
Yeah. Nobody will ever know.
Nope.
They'll never find out.
Nope.
Not at all. Free to Play Joe wants to know, what did you all think of the Mario movie trailer? He said he didn't hear us discuss it on the podcast last week.
It's for good
What'd you
reason.
None of them care about Mario.
I just
I
watched it
love
yesterday.
Mario, and I do not like that
I-
trailer.
You didn't like the trailer?
No.
I like
Not
the
even-
trailer.
not even a little
me
bit. I thought it was
and
fun.
Hudson are here for it.
Not even
I
a
thought
little
it was
bit.
fun. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fine.
So, one, like we have Shaq, so I didn't want to bring it up because they were going to talk about Shaq. 2, Haley hated it, and Haley was going after people on Shaq. It's
I
going
don't
after people that
understand
like.
why. What's so bad about it?
I don't hate it that much, but I'll just put it this way: I wasn't super interested in a Mario movie to begin with. It's not something I've been like, oh my god, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to go. Like I have not been very interested in a Mario movie at the beginning. I was like, this isn't something I need. I don't need all of my characters to grace a movie screen. So, but then seeing and hearing the voice, yeah, that took me. That literally just drilled any excitement or looking forward to it I had, just shot in the foot, like just right into the ground. I was like, now I never want to see it.
Interesting. I wasn't bothered by it. I was like, okay, it's Mario.
It's kind of like Space Jam,
let's-
like Space Jam
let's see
2.
what
Like
happens.
I don't really want to see that movie ever. So it's like similar like that. I don't want to stop
Interesting.
other people from seeing it or hate them for doing so. Like, you know, if anyone guys want to see it and you like it, by all means, go see Mario. But I don't.
We'll
I
be there
was
day
fine with
one.
the voice because I don't know if I want to hear the original voice of Mario for a whole movie.
Yeah.
I feel like that would get graded. Here we go. Okay. Luigi time. That would get.
Is there
Yeah.
okay?
that would
I
get
mean,
graded.
is there any other character that you don't want to hear their actual voice through a movie where they're being a character? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, Delvin. Like you just
Mario's
said that
voice
about
is
Mario, but like how
Mario's
many
voice is
other
great.
characters, how many of all of these multiverses characters did you sit there and talk about how great they were? You wouldn't want to hear their voices in a movie?
It depends.
They're all
Mario, 'cause the thing
similar.
is, Mario, not really, because Mario doesn't really say anything. He's almost
Yeah,
like
Mario
Pac-Man.
doesn't
He just
talk.
make noise.
So that's the point. So how can you
But like
say
Bugs
you wouldn't wanna
Bunny,
hear
he
his voice
talks.
because
Scooby,
Yes.
Shag, they
you
talk.
haven't.
Like
Yes,
all the
'cause he doesn't
WB
really say
characters, they talk. So they have voices. Mario doesn't talk. He just high pitched screams.
I think
Yeah.
you're thinking
Nobody wants
Toad,
that.
but whatever. Sure.
Does
I
Toad
feel
talk?
like it,
Toad high
think
pitched.
for-
Mario doesn't.
I think for me, it's also because like I've watched the Mario Brothers cartoons,
so. Bye.
so they all have
that was
voices,
a good
and
voice.
yeah,
That was a
that
good
voice
voice.
was fine, and the rest of them were fine. So like Bowser's voice works for me. Like I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Me and my son will go see it day one. He's very, very excited. I didn't watch a trailer until yesterday, the first time with him, because I knew how excited he was going to be about the Mario movie, because he just loves Mario and all the little Koopa
I was
Troopers and
hoping.
Bowser and all them.
I was hoping that I thought Chris Pratt would try to do something like at all. Like just
Oh, I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
yeah, it's definitely not. Do you
Yeah,
see
I
that
knew
video
that
that
was
Josh posted, that tweet where they basically put like Linda Belcher as Mario, but plays the voice because it does sound a lot like Linda Belcher. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. You're like, oh my god,
I
I
didn't
did
see
not
that.
push play on that. I saw it and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
it's very spot on. It's close, real close. And that is
I don't
kind
like
of
Linda Belcher's voice. She's
well,
annoying.
apparently you do. That's what I
not-
just heard.
That's not at all what it sounded like. Like
Well,
Chris
so
Pratt
it
didn't
is.
sound like that
That's-
to me at all.
Watch the video. It's very close. It's
Okay.
closer than you think. You just haven't thought about it. It's very close.
Let me,
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch the video, but to me it sounds like
I'm
Chris
not watching it.
Pratt. Which
Just
I
sound like
think
Chris
is what
Pratt.
he's gonna be. Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's just gonna play Chris Pratt and everything he's in.
He said like 2 words.
Chris Pratt running from dinosaurs. Yeah.
I'm glad you guys
That's all
like
he
it.
needs to say.
I don't, and I'm okay. It's so in this time it is so funny because going up to this thing, all everybody did was like worry about what it would sound like with being a different voice character, and I was like, it'll be fine. Like, who cares? It'll be fine. And then I actually see it. And I'm like, oh, that is not fine. That is terrible. And like, I feel like collectively everybody else like got on board with it. It is interesting how that definitely flipped for me. Because I saw
wasn't worried about
so
it. I
many
didn't
people
care.
that were like, "Oh, I'm so excited! I can't wait to go see it day one." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't ever want to see it."
Let me ask you guys a question. Over or under, this movie Metacritic is better than Sonic's Metacritic.
I wouldn't
I'm
even know.
going-
I haven't seen the Sonic movies. I don't know.
I'm gonna go
Sonic
over
movies
just
like-
because
I do know
people love the
like
Sonic.
them.
The
Yeah.
Sonic movies
Yeah.
are really, really good.
I do know
Yes.
people
and
like
I
them.
That's what
feel
I was
like
asking.
the Mario might end up having a higher Metacritic because people really, really like Mario. So if this movie is even a tiny fraction of how good Sonic is, I think it's going to end up having a higher Metacritic.
I also thought the Mario, just like the characters, is just kind of like a disturbing Pixarness to them. I don't know. I can't put it. It's just
It is made by Illumination, so
yeah. It's just not. Yeah, it's just not what. Yeah. It just.
Do you
it,
like the Minions movies?
It bothered me. No.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
You don't like cute movies. It's cool.
Yeah, I really
you like horror, and that. There it
Yeah, I
is.
don't watch animated movies. I don't flock to the theaters to see cartoon
I'm
movies.
way
Well,
more of an animated
that's
movie
it.
than anything else.
Except unless it's like Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
or like Pokemon.
Oh my god!
And when they change
What about,
Ash's
can't
voice,
put-
I hated that. too.
you can't put Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon in the same. That's just wrong. Don't do that.
Oh, you
Don't put
absolutely
them in
can.
the same space. It's fucking gross.
Absolutely
Fucking
can.
gross.
Pokemon movies are excellent. You need to watch
Pokemon
them
is
out.
trash. Okay.
Pokemon movies. are
Pokemon is the
incredible.
fucking worst.
Guess
I
who did
hate
it better?
that my kids have ever
Guess who
seen.
did
that
it better? Detective Pikachu. Okay, did it better than the Mario.
Not animated. That was a great movie. That was really just Ryan Reynolds. That was just Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds.
And it was 1,000 times better, and it worked. Like
1,000 times better than
absolutely
what?
worked. Than the Mario movie. This is Mario.
We don't know that. We don't
No,
know
I
that.
already know. I know.
We don't know that. We haven't
No,
seen
I
it. We
know.
don't
I
know
was-
this. We don't
I
know
was
this to be true.
So disturbed watching the trailer. Like I was just like, this is wrong in all the wrong way. Like this is just I couldn't.
It looks just like a Mario cartoon. Like it doesn't look any different. It's Bowser
And
fucking up some shit. Mario
you're just
popping
describing
in
the
like
plot of
okay,
Mario.
and Toad being Toad.
Not what it looks like.
and knowing Illumination, it probably will be a Mario cartoon eventually
Mm-hmm.
with other people playing Mario.
Yep.
That's what they do. They
You got
make a
Luigi
movie,
running scared from a bunch of ghosts. Like, it makes sense. It's all. Everything is there.
Do you
Everything
think
is
the
there.
next
We're gonna.
game will be like Mario movie the game?
God.
Because if they bring
That
those
would-
voices
oh,
into the
God.
game and they start trying to shove that down my throat, that actually might be the point where I step off the fully depart the Nintendo train. Like just be like,
I
you know
hope
what?
That
I'm
this is a
fucked now.
thing.
Like I'm just.
I
fucking
hope
out.
the
Like,
next
that's it.
Mario game is Mario the movie, the game.
I
Chris
might
Pratt.
be out. Like if
I
they're
am
like,
so
Chris Pratt.
excited
Like,
for this to
here's
happen.
the Switch 2, and it's Mario the movie the game, then I'm just PC gamer all the time.
And I hope they follow that up with a Kirby movie that becomes Kirby the movie, the game, where they just completely fuck up his.
Hopefully
voice.
they'll cast Ryan
And
Reynolds.
then Chris
as Kirby.
Pratt.
No, Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is
Pratt is
everybody.
Kirby too.
Chris Pratt is Kirby too.
Kirby, Yoshi.
No,
The tech-
Michael
the
Keegan K will be
too.
Yoshi. Keegan will be
There you
Yoshi. That's what'll happen. Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see. We'll pick Brennan's again, so he doesn't yell at us. He says, "What is something that you
Yeah.
did with people that, in the moment, you didn't think was anything special, but as you look back, was the last time that you did it with those people because of the life event? There's a very small chance of it ever happening again. So something that you did that you didn't think about in the moment, but looking back, it was like, wow, that was awesome.
Well,
and it's the only time I was ever do something like that."
Well, I can't say that on this podcast.
Delvin.
I'm not saying that. I'm chilling. I refrain from answering this question.
I plead the fifth. F-I-F.
Nope.
Fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4. My answer is a downer, but it's the only thing that comes to mind. So I'm sorry. But my answer is my father, who I had somewhat of a troubled relationship with. He got me into golf, and before his death, my family, or his family, his side of the family, were at several golfers. Every year for Thanksgiving, we would put on a family golf tournament for family and friends. We'd roll about 30 or 40 deep. We had a little trophy that we passed back and forth, and we did it every Thanksgiving, rain or shine. We played in the snow one year. Like, it snowed here in Georgia on Thanksgiving one year, and we played in the snow. And we used to do it every year. We'd go to a really nice course, and we'd all play for bragging rights and smack talk and talking shit. And it was kind of a reason why I wanted to get into golf, because they had so much fun and I wanted to partake. And then I got into it, and it was very competitive. My dad was pretty good, about a 14 handicap. My Uncle Donnie, though, he was a ringer. He was about a 5 handicap. He'd shoot in the mid-70s, low 70s. So when I was coming up through middle school and high school, my aim was always to win that tournament. I came in 29th at state. I won regions once. I won a bunch of local tournaments, but the one that actually mattered to me, like my major, like the one that I wanted to win, was that tournament, because we used to just talk shit all the time. And I won it 2 years in a row when my dad died. And when my dad died, it fell apart. I kept it together for 1 year after my dad died. So the year after my dad died, we did it one more time. And I guess it was kind of like all of us saying goodbye type of thing. And then everybody split up on every different way. And it was so funny because as I was back in the day, you know, I don't ever really realize that it was as special to me. Like at the moment, it wasn't until it went away, or 4 or 5 years had passed, and I was like, I really wish we kept doing that. It would have been fun. I would have definitely liked to have kept it going.
Dang.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry.
that's
It's the
great.
only thing I have.
That's great.
You know, and the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, I got
I
nothing.
can't go after that. Yeah.
Damn, I would have went first.
Yeah. Oh, why would I even try to go after that? That's
Oh,
insane.
come on. There's got to be something that you used to do. It doesn't have to be all sob story like mine.
No.
It truly was fun. I took Melissa one year that I won. I took Melissa, and the thing that we joke about is, you know, I've told this story to Dev when we used to do our DLC episodes. So we told this story before, but you know, I have a lot of Donnies. My dad's side of the family. We have a whole fucking family full of people named Donnie, and we all got little different nicknames and everything. So I had an Uncle Don. He was old. He was like, you know, he's probably old for my family. He's probably like in his 50s. And, you know, couldn't like move around very well. Melissa's poor self, you know, all she's ever heard is me talk shit about my dad or my Uncle Lonnie. It's a very competitive group, my Uncle Jackie, my cousins. And she didn't realize that Uncle Don was like, I won't say he's disabled, but like hindered. You know, he didn't have like full range of motion. So he gets up there to hit a golf ball. It's the first opening tee shot of the day. I piped the shit like 300 yards down. I mean, I just drilled it. He gets up there, takes this goofy ass whack of the golf ball because he can't really move his legs right, and just tops the shit right into the lake. And Melissa busts out laughing. She goes, "That was awful." She thought that's how we all treated each other, because it is how we all treated each other, except him.
Oh no! Oh no!
So we all bust out laughing. And he's like, he turns around, he's like, damn, you have to say it to my face. And remember, this is like the first time anybody ever met her. You know, so they were like, you can keep bringing her around. She's great. She's like, that's what you guys did. And it's like, yeah, but not him. Like, move him. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. He's like, she just said it out here in the open. He's like, you always just be mean to people like that. Just like, I swear to God, I never do that. It still haunts her to this day. Like anytime that story ever comes up or anybody asks about it and we talk about it, she's like, oh my God, I made fun of that poor old man.
Yeah.
She expected us all to pile on, and it was just fucking quiet.
That is awesome. Oh my God. That's
Good times.
awesome. Yeah. Drew wants to know, with so many different cloud devices on the way, do you think Sony might try again with a new take on the Vita?
Nope.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Oh, that's interesting. You don't think they ever will? I think they might.
No, I really don't.
Not with Jim Ryan.
The thing that gives me pause on the question is cloud. PlayStation isn't really pushing the cloud thing at all. It's even weird because they bought Gaikai. They launched PlayStation Now. I still feel like they never really pushed PlayStation Now. Like that wasn't really a thing that they were really trying.
Yeah.
And then now it's like they don't even really talk about it. Like they literally kind of
PlayStation Now doesn't exist. It's gone.
Right, but like with their streaming thing, they don't even talk about it. Like they don't even acknowledge the streaming.
Which
the PS3 like limbo. You know, they're like streaming. I don't know. It's PS3 game. Just go play it.
Stream it.
Yeah,
they'll figure it out. Yeah.
So
no.
And it's interesting. The cloud thing would give me pause. But I mean, if they're willing to try and go VR, I mean, I think they're willing. I think they're willing to try I could see them doing a portable again.
I can't. I can just see them continuing to do stuff like the Backbone and play on your phone.
Well, I guess
I
you're
can't
right.
see them investing in hardware. Yeah,
you're right.
I can't see them investing in two sets of hardware. I can't see them investing in the VR and a handheld, like one or the other.
It's a good point. I just feel like they have such a good history with portables. I'd be stunned if they just never did it again.
A good history?
Yeah. PSP?
I feel like it's spotty at best. PSP was good. Vita was terrible. So it's like spotty at best.
They've had success in portable.
That's two systems. I don't know how.
That's
like
50%.
Is that history? Is that really history?
That's history.
Because I mean, you had the PSP, which is great, and then they fucked up with the PSP Go, and then the Vita was a flop.
PSP Go.
Liked and success is two different things.
But to be fair, they really didn't try with the Vita. They really didn't
try.
The Vita is weird. I mean, they had it. It was so weird because they launch it. It's infinitely better like hardware than the competitor. Anybody that knows can 100% just get it. They're like, oh yeah, this is way better. So they do that, but then like they never really support it. Like they got like a game a year for like 2 or 3 years. It didn't even like get a death. It just they quiet quit Vita.
Yeah.
It was
like they just stopped talking about it. And like games kept coming out and just never heard about it again.
Yeah.
Everybody was supporting the Vita except Sony.
Yeah.
Like other companies would make games.
Everybody wanted the Vita to succeed. All their fans wanted them to do was just to put games on it. That's all they wanted. Was
they were like, no.
Give us a reason.
We're going to work on iToy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're going to invest in fucking
PlayStation Portable. Yeah, that's kind of a hit. Yeah.
PSP was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it did really
Vita died and
I think Vita could have did good. If they would have supported it, it would have did really good. But
it was great. It was a powerful handheld. It was nice. The OS was a little wonky, but it was a great system. Sony thought otherwise. They were more invested in, using their little camera and putting balls on wands and going that route.
I would love like a Logitech Vita. Honestly, the Vita would have been amazing if they just put regular fucking triggers on it. I never understand why they came out with that dumbass shit they did with the touchpad.
The back touch,
I wasn't a fan.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, and I like
But
the PSP Go.
Vita-
I thought the Go was pretty cool.
The Go was cool. It just didn't.
But I love
didn't
the
really,
sidekick too. Like
never
I had a
really-
sidekick
It was-
too. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I'd be so excited if PlayStation came out with like a PSP Go cloud thing. I'd be like, oh fuck!
They can't even support their own cell phones.
Like if I
properly.
could
You
flip
think
it
they're gonna
out,
make
if
a
I could
Vita.
sidekick that shit and play. Oh man, that'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I like the Go. The Go was dope. I like the Go way more
Go
than I
was
like
dope.
the PSP.
I did not like the Go. but-
PSP was loud.
The PSP
You
was
put a
great because it had
USB
like
nothing,
full blown game support. You could play NCAA, you could play
It did.
Madden, you could play NBA, you could play Call of Duty. They had all that shit on it.
And
was
the UMD
everything-
movies.
And it just destroyed, like, in terms of a gamer. I understand not in terms of sales and Nintendogs and all the other shit you want to say, but like in terms of like us on this podcast, destroyed the DS, right?
Yep.
I remember seeing a DS and just
Yeah.
laughed. It was like, this is the PSP, and that's what what the
Yeah.
you know, because I wasn't into
Yeah.
portables until my 3DS. And I still laugh because I remember, you know, Colin and Greg and Beyond and all that stuff back then, and they were like, the Vita is going. I remember the E3 vividly. And they were like, we played the Vita, we put our hands on the Vita, and it is going to destroy the 3DS. The 3DS is a kid's toy compared to this thing. It's an OLED screen and all these games, and all Nintendo did was wipe the fucking floor with Vita. Like that is the prime example of why end all like be all isn't with hardware and kit. It's not about who pushes the most
You
P's. and
gotta
pods.
have something to play.
You gotta
Yeah.
have an ecosystem, and you gotta have games too. Like it should be a lesson for all consoles and all, you know, comparison shopping. And then we've never learned. We're still
No.
like, but what's the resolution? What's the frames? But it's like we've all learned. Even the Switch is still proving that lesson to this day, but it was never proven more. The 3DS had no business competing with the Vita. None. They literally wiped the floor with it with a Fisher Price version of the toy.
You know what I never had in stock? The 3DS. You
Oh,
know what
they
I
were
always
great.
had in stock? The Vita.
Dude, I owned like 20 3DSs. I bought so many damn 3DSs. I bought one every time they came with a new flavor, a new theme. I had the flat 3DS. I had the 2DS. I had the 2DS XL. I had the fucking door kicker. I got the Hylian one. I got faceplate one. I got the new one. I mean, it was great.
Jeez.
It was so good. They were easy to buy. Great library, Fire Emblem, Zelda, Pokemon. I mean, it was. We should have a 3DS like remembrance show because that 3DS was fucking just great.
Yeah.
You can go on a shack for that shit.
It's the whole
I never
thing.
had
Is,
3DS.
if there was never a 3DS, I would never be interested in any portable ever. The Steam Deck, the Logitech, everything that I've ever been interested in portable, I owe all to the 3DS. My first portable
Interesting.
system.
My first portable was Game Boy, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
I
Boy
had
great.
friends like Game Boy. My aunt had one, so I played Game Boy. I never had one of my own.
I never had a 3DS.
And I've told that story on Shaq before, but like coming up when I could buy games or buy consoles, so from like GameCube on, every time somebody was like, "Hey, do you see this portable?" I always thought they were just like really shittier versions of consoles. You know, like the DS. I was like, why do I have a GameCube. What the fuck do you want to play this? You know, even the PSP, the first time it came out, which I thought was cool, but it was still not like, have you seen a PS2? Like I have one, and like I have the better version of this. It wasn't until the 3DS. The 3DS was the first time where I actually felt like it wasn't as good as my consoles, but like it was close enough. Right. It was close. Like the 3DS was like to a point where I was like, I mean, this is kind of as good as my Wii. Like it's close. And during
Might
the
have been
Wii
better.
U, dude, during the
been better.
Wii U's time, the 3DS was like a savior, man. During the Wii U's day, because the Wii U went so long without getting games. And then we used to have cross-buy. Did you guys know there was cross-buy 3DS Wii U games?
Well, why would I know that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You could buy an indie game, you could pay like $1, and you could own 3DS version. Do you know you could play games on your Wii U using your 3DS as a controller?
I did know that as well.
Fucking wild, man. It was cool. It was just cool
This
stuff.
is not the show we're looking for.
Yeah, man, virtual console. Sorry, yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I just haven't thought about 3DS in a while. So you just kicked like a whole bunch of nostalgia and like right into my brain, man. 3DS was dope. What a great system.
Yeah. That's what they tell me.
That's one of the systems I won't sell. That's how much I love it. I've never considered getting rid of my 3D. I've never even looked at it. I never looked at the price. And I understand that my 3DS is quite valuable. Don't even give a shit. Would never ever consider getting rid of my 3DS.
Well, that's because you had like 37 other 3DSs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
so
but
you have gotten rid of them, but you keep this one.
Go. Yeah, but I would never go without one, I guess is the point. I would never move on.
There you
Ever.
go.
My 3DS is, I hacked it. You get on the Garrett. Get down. Garrett's in the chat. Get on the Garrett.
He's in the chat right now talking about how easy it is to mod a Vita.
I've got like 5. I've got so many games on the 3DS. When I boot it up, it takes minutes to load. Like as the game tiles sit there, it's like it just loads and loads and loads. I gotta wait them all to load before I can start playing.
That's dope.
Yeah, it is.
Why were
easy
you
to
playing
mod
3DS on your Europe vacation?
Because it's awesome.
Explore
Street
Europe,
Pass, man.
Explore Europe.
I couldn't think of
Get
a
off
better
the game console.
explore with than with a 3DS. You need those street passes.
I don't even. You're saying words. They're not making any sense. Much like when you talk about like the under par and the over numbers in golf. I'm just listening. I don't know what any of that means.
You don't know what it means. Can
Absolutely
I explain to you
not.
what street pass means? Do you have any idea? Like when I say street, you have no idea what that is?
No.
Okay. Here's the cool thing about the 3DS, then we can end the show. The 3DS had like a system-to-system communication method, where if you went by other players that had their 3DS, you could street pass with them, and like their me would show up in your street pass, and you could unlock games and play games together. Like really little simple games. They're free games. You didn't pay anything for them. Really simple thing, but you could collect all their stuff and you could see them all. And it was just like a cool thing because you would open up your 3DS and be like, so-and-so has joined your plaza. And you see this person, they come over and wave, and you just happen to know that you were near them at wherever you were. So like when I went to the Zelda Orchestra here in Atlanta, dude, there's like 500 nerds there with 3DSs everywhere. Everybody was just and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to I don't have to open my system up and point at yours, and like you don't have to do anything. You literally just keep it in your pocket and just walk around, and you could just have all this cool stuff. So if Garrett's walking around, Paris, it'd be badass to have your 3DS and Street Pass with all those folks. You'd see all this stuff from France and shit just show up on your system. It's cool. And I know you're giving me that look. You can't tell me that that's not cool. Like the Vita, every portable should have something like Steam Deck. Like it's just a cool idea.
This is the least
Vita
appealing
has
thing
something
to me
similar.
ever.
It
did have something like that.
It's called Nier.
Nier.
It sucked.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
It wasn't nearly as good. That's what Nier stood
Yeah.
for. Not as nearly as good as Street Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It
wasn't
just
good.
doesn't
I'm a big
appeal
fan.
to me in any way.
Oh man,
It's
Street
just-
Pass was awesome. You guys missed
Yeah.
out. You really did. You don't understand.
I didn't. I really
did.
didn't miss out.
You just
I
don't get
didn't.
it. You just
You
don't
can
get
only
it.
miss out on things that you care about. I didn't miss out
it's
on
so
it.
cool. Allows users to exchange data from games and applications that you both own. It's so cool, man.
Yeah. It's not for me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
here's the sad part. Here's the sad part. Switch has none of that shit. That's the sad part.
None of it.
I wrote Jeff last night. He was on a show, and I was like, I'm playing No More Heroes on 3 on PC, and now I hate my Switch. Like, for the love of God, when are we going to get another Switch?
You're not.
Garrett,
There's no new Switch. There's no new
I don't know
Switch.
how much I can do this anymore, man. Like, I'm excited to play Bayonetta, but like, I'm running on fumes over here on the street. Like, so every time I pick it up and look, I'm just like, oh.
I can't wait till when we have a show and he's like, I sold my Switch. I can't wait.
Well,
I'm gonna have fanfare sounds and everything.
I haven't thought about it, but like, I would be open to selling my OLED one day, maybe. Sure. But like my No More Heroes Switch, that's never going anywhere.
That's not even a Switch. It's just a No More Heroes receptacle.
It's just badass. That's what it is.
It's not even. It's not really
you're
a
right.
Switch.
See, Garrett, Mario Rabbids, Bayonetta, like I'm holding on to dear hope, man. I'm excited for them, but like, I really don't want to play Breath of the Wild 2 on that thing. Like, I really don't. I really don't.
I can hear him now. I'm just gonna wait for it to come to PC.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, oh.
I'm just gonna wait for Mario Rabbids to come to PC. I'm just gonna wait for Zelda to come to PC.
Wait for the next Switch 2 or whatever.
Oh man. Well, That'll do it for this episode of Play Some Video Games. We got it under 3 hours this time. Where it's not a 3 hour episode; it's 2.5.
I was gonna
we're
chop it off even further, and everybody went against me. Did you see the mutiny? They were like, "Don't."
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. If they're here
they
for
were
our
mad.
long random nonsense, then let them be here for the long random nonsense, and
That's the show.
that's what we'll give to you, because we will tangent and say dumb stuff, and Donnie will talk about golf for an hour, because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
It's a show about nothing,
PC,
and
golf
there may be
games.
some video games that happen in between. Well, feel free to follow us on all the socials. I don't feel like listing them. If you found this show, you'll find the socials.
Yeah,
You'll figure it
look
out
harder.
from there.
Look harder.
Rebecca. I mean, I feel like
She's special.
Rebecca and Delvin have the same
The best of us.
capability of
Well, Delvin's
spotting
gonna play
choppiness and
Steam Deck on a
nonsense.
4K TV. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "It's
that's
amazing."
gonna
It's
be
gonna be
great.
running like 8 frames a second.
Yeah,
That's all
he's
that
not
matters.
gonna notice it.
No, it's
Yeah.
not
He's gonna
all
be
that
like-
matters.
It's like the NES, you know, it has the slowdown, it has a choppiness. He doesn't understand that's frames. He doesn't
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
He's not
And-
really
and yes,
PC. He doesn't get
no,
it.
no. Why are you trying to slander me? How dare you?
It's a shame we can't. It's a shame we
That's
can't put
rude.
Bayonetta 3 on
How,
PC.
how rude.
Oh, woo.
Okay, until next time, play some video games.
Peace.